Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Can you hear me?
Okay, we have our guest here already. Good evening, everyone. I hope you can all hear me. Um, Please, if you can hear me, you could drop a comment so we begin. If you can hear me, drop a comment. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Kelechi. Yes, thank you, Timilein. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, I can see you could hear me clearly. Thank you very much. Okay, I want to quickly welcome each and every one of us to Strategic Shift today. And I want to sincerely apologize for the difficulties I experienced. There were a lot of technical difficulties back end. I did a test run earlier. Some of you all saw the videos. I did a test run earlier and it proved difficult for me to get it out. It was just a test run to prepare for the event, as every leader would do, to ensure that you are prepared for your engagements. But then to get it out was very difficult for me from my end. But later on, we were able to get it out. The intention was not to put that up, the intention was just to test run, ensure we are set for this night. But I was almost disturbed when I discovered I couldn't take it out, but thank God we're still able to take it out. Next, the laptop I was supposed to use for my streaming um, fell fell from the chair earlier today, and the volume is now faulty. The camera cannot come up, so another technical issues that I had to also deal with to ensure that this meeting held. But then thank God we are holding the meeting right now. I would quickly go straight so that I could allow the speakers to do justice to their sessions. I am actually supposed to speak on building a winning business strategy, developing a winning business strategy. I'm actually supposed to start from there. But before I start, I want us to now go back to the group and do a reminder. Tell them we have started, put it online and everywhere that we have actually started and we are live, so that those who are yet to join will do so, and those who are joined before now and probably because of the difficulties we experienced had gone off could also come back. So everyone, could we just quickly do that? Put it up on your status, put it up everywhere that we are live and we have started. I'm doing same also. Can we all do that? Yes, let's go ahead and let's do that. I'm doing same also. Everyone, let's all go ahead and do that.
There are those moments you know that the energy is stronger. At those times when the energy for the idea and everything is stronger, start it. You want to be productive, start it at that time. Do not always wait to get everything right. Those who wait to get everything right start late. Life should be able to find a space and a stage after meeting you. There is no monopoly of the stage of greatness. No man has a monopolized right to be great in life. Any man can be great if he works the process. So one of the things I do with meetings like this is I ensure that everyone around me their strength is utilized. Printed discipline that converts into a habit. That means that which you are doing, you keep doing it with all energy and enthusiasm until it turns to a habit. You want to own an estate in a... There are those moments you know that the energy is stronger. At those times when the energy for the idea and everything is...
Okay. Good evening once again, everybody. Welcome. We would quickly begin right now. And I really want to appreciate all those that are joining in. Yes, I'm seeing you. Oyedikachi, welcome. I'm seeing you, Dr. P. Welcome. I'll respond to all your messages later, Doctor. Thank you very much for joining in. Yes, welcome, Godwin. I can see you, Godwin. Welcome. Yes, David, welcome on the platform also, David. Yes, once it's 7:30, I would kick off my session immediately for probably just 10 minutes so that I could allow the speakers do justice to their session. Yes, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Okay. Now, quickly, I'm going to talk on developing a winning business strategy. Developing a winning business strategy. Developing a winning business strategy. Wherever you are, just ensure that you have your writing materials with you. Ensure that you are noting the things that we're talking about, and then if you would need to ask questions, you could also do so while the speakers are getting set to actually come on board. One of our speakers is already here, and I need to quickly recognize him. Thank you so much, Mr. Kingsley, for joining us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good evening, everyone, from wherever you're listening from. I'd like to tell you welcome to Strategy Shift. I look forward to learning. I look forward to sharing a few thoughts that I hope would, inspire your thought pattern, that would influence your actions to shift it to the next level of whatever it is that you are doing and you would want to achieve. So it's such a great honor to be here, and I know that you're hearing the voices in the background. It's part of our commitment to be here. Otherwise, it should be in an office, but I mean, time was gone already, so I just had to grab the safest place to stay and come on live. So I wouldn't say much again, so we could have our host take his session. I look forward to learning and connecting with all of you. Thank you for joining from all over the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kingsley. Okay, another of our guests is actually around, and let him just greet us and we'll continue from there. Nathaniel is around. He's joining us live from Lagos State. Thank you so much for joining in, Nathaniel.
Yeah, good evening. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, everyone.
Yes, thank you for joining in, Nathaniel.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I will just run through my session quickly because our time is already fast spent and my time is used up already. But just for the sake of those who were really so interested to be part of this session on business strategy, you see, the global market is becoming more competitive, and to actually put up anything out there like a product or a service, you must actually develop what is called a strategy. A strategy is actually different from operational competence or operational effectiveness. I would explain that. When you talk about a business strategy, you're talking about um, a comprehensive plan of action, a comprehensive plan of action that would actually give you an edge in your space, in your industry, a comprehensive plan of action that would give you an edge. But when you talk about operational effectiveness is about doing what other people in your industry are doing very well, doing what other people in your industry are doing very well. That is operational effectiveness. So when you are good at what other people can also do, it is operational effectiveness. But when you do what other people in your industry are doing, not just that you're good at it, but then you are able to do it differently, that is what we call strategy. So strategy is about doing what other people in your industry are doing, but doing it differently or doing something entirely different and new. Then you're actually talking about strategy as a business person. And you see, I've discovered that a lot of young people do not know that every aspect of their business actually requires strategy. Every aspect of your business actually require strategy. You don't need to leave strategy to chance or think that it's probably when you're running a global business that you would start developing strategy. No. If you don't understand, if you don't have a global thought pattern when you are starting local, you cannot build a global brand. If you don't have a global thought pattern when you are building a local brand, you would not be able to if you don't have a global thought while developing your local brand, you will not be able to actually become global because there's competition everywhere. And if you want to build a global brand with your thought pattern just around Nigeria, then you are not ready. You are not ready. So it's very important that you actually, have that at the back of your mind while you are starting to build your brand. Can you all see me now? Hope you're with me. Can you see me? Is the video clear? Over there at your hand, is the video clear? Can you still hear me? Are you still here? Okay. Okay, are you still here? Is the video back? Is the video back? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. That's what happens when you are in this part of our country, in this part of the world. That's what happens. But we are scaling through. We are scaling through. Okay. Okay. Thank you for staying through. Now, so as the global market is becoming more competitive, having an edge is now less about talent, but more about the method used to actually implement those talents. Having an edge in your business, having an edge in your industry, whether as a service provider or as a product enterprise. One of the things you must understand is that as the global market has become more competitive, having an edge has become less about your talent, but more about the method or the method or plan of actions you actually take to implement those talents. That is what will actually give you an edge in the global space today, in the market space today. That's what will give you an edge. So when you talk about strategy, there are several definitions to strategy. Everyone defines strategy according to probably the kind of industry they are into, the kind of business they are doing. So there is not one comprehensive definition to strategy. So you must pick a definition that suits what you are into. But then again, when you look at when I was doing my study about strategy, I've been in this business space for a long, and then being a life and a business strategist with over about a decade right now that I've been in this field. There is something that you must take note of when you want to talk about developing a winning business strategy as a person, as an entrepreneur, as an individual, as a career professional. And that is it. Every strategy must involve a plan of action. Every strategy must involve a plan of action. So you could say that strategy is a plan of action that is put together to reach a clear destination. Strategy is a plan of action that is put together to reach a clear destination. So if an end is not in mind, it is not a strategy. And if a process is also not in view, it is not a strategy. So it becomes a strategy when you are seeing the end, when you have the end in mind, and then you have developed a process to which you can get to that end. That is strategy. Strategy is not hope. Strategy or hope is not strategy. And then wishful thinking is not strategy. There must be a plan of action that one must be ready to commit to deliberately to be able to say, okay, he or she is ready for he or she is actually developing that strength and capacity to build strategy. Your business cannot serve all customers. A business cannot serve all customers in all markets, providing all products. No one business can serve all customers, providing all products across all industries. So while developing your business strategy, you must know your customers, you must know your competitors, you must know your comparative advantage, the edge that you have over others. That's what will inform how you should develop your strategy. There are a few things that you must consider when you want to develop a strategy. There are a few things that you must consider to actually develop your strategy. One of the first things you must consider is your brand vision. What is the vision for your brand? I was supposed to be showing you the slide for all of these, but because of the technical issues I experienced, as I said, I may not be able to project my slide right now. But the first thing you must understand with developing your strategy is that you must understand your brand vision and your mission. The brand vision and mission defines the purpose for the brand existence. That's what will inform the kind of strategy that you would develop for the brand that you actually want to bring to the market. For an example, Picnic. When Picnic was to come to Africa, to Nigeria, Picnic actually did what is called in business, it is called upscaling. In upscaling, you target the elites market. That means you target those who can actually buy your products. You are not looking at you are not looking at a large chunk of the market. You are looking at the few elite members of the society who can actually pay for that product, no matter the cost and no matter the amount. So when Picnic came, then it was a very few families that could actually afford to buy Peak as at the time when Peak came on board. But guess what? Then another company now brought about cowbell to the market. And then in Nigeria, you could see that, okay, while the Elite families were using Peak milk because they were upscaling, someone else wanted to actually get into the same milk business, the same milk business. And then what did the company do? The company brought cowbell, and what cowbell did was to actually large scale. Cowbell did not upscale like Peak milk. Take note of the terms: upscaling, Elite members. Large scaling is to look for a larger members of the society who stay around average. And in Nigeria, you see that we have a lot of families that are around average. So everybody began to afford Peak milk. Everybody began to afford cowbell rather. Every family, they had it in sachet, they had it in tin cans, they had liquid, they had powdered. 20 naira then you could actually get cowbell, whereas you needed how much to actually buy Peak milk, the tin milk then. So what happened? Peak saw that since the average family can easily afford cowbell, they developed another strategy, and they came up with another brand into the market, which is 3 Crown. So they brought 3 Crown to the market to actually begin to share that market space with Peak. That was the business strategy that they developed, to actually share that market space. For an example, Apple phone also. Apple phone came to the market with a view also to upscale. Their target market is not anybody. Their target market is those who can afford to actually buy the quality products that they are bringing to the market. So your brand vision and your brand vision and your brand vision and mission would actually inform the strategy that you would actually develop to get into the market. Your brand vision will actually develop, because they were coming to upscale and they were looking at Elite members. They didn't care. But then when they saw that a larger number of the people in the society were average people who could not afford that, they had to develop another strategy to still be in the market. If I had the time, I would have been able to talk about the different types of business strategy, those who are business shapers and those who are business adapters. In developing your business strategy, you must know that you are either coming into the market as a business shaper or as a business adapter. That would inform your strategic posture in the business. But let me not let me just say the other things that you need to take note of. Your brand vision and mission informs that. 6 things to consider. 1, brand vision and mission informs the strategy that you develop for your brand if you want to win today anywhere in the world. What I'm teaching is anywhere in the world. When I was coming into consulting, the first thing I did also was to do the next thing I want to talk about: industry and market analysis. If you want to actually develop your business strategy, you must check the industry and the markets. You must analyze your industry and your market. You must check the biggest players in those industries and know how you can actually carve a niche for yourself around there. There is no market that you cannot penetrate if you know how to get into it. When I was coming into consulting and all of that, coming to the city of Enugu State, people said it does not thrive in the East and all of that. And then some other people also said that even if you're going to thrive, you need to stay for a long, long time in the East before you are able to break even. I may not say that I have totally broken even, but then I can tell you that in 1 year, I've trained over 3,000 people, and I was able to run a deal with Enugu State government. 1 year of starting my consulting firm. But that was starting the consulting firm. It's not 1 year of being in the consulting space. Had been in the consulting space longer than that. But when I started my consulting firm, Offer Consult and Enterprise, within 1 year, I was able to train over 3,000 people and come into the space. How did I do that? industry and market analysis. I studied what is happening in this industry. I studied what other people are doing, and I knew that I wanted to do things differently. So what I did was to actually leverage on the government's interest in secondary school students, and that became where I started from. So I toured around all the educational zones in a partnership deal with the post-primary school management board of the state, and I got over 3,000 people. I think just around 5,000 are about trained less than 1 year of starting my consulting firm. Okay, so you do your industry and market analysis. This involves assessing the market conditions. What are the barriers that could keep you from actually thriving? Do it in that state where you are, in that nation where you are, anywhere you are, you can actually conduct your market analysis. You check the entry level, you check the regulatory policies, you check the impacts of those of your competitors. You also check their value propositions. What are your competitors bringing on board? What are they doing different? What are they bringing that is making them to actually have a larger chunk of the customer base? You put all these things to perspective when coming on board. Then you check your demographics, your clients' demographics, and also your location. By demography, I'm talking about the age, the age, the religious belief of those who you want to sell to. For an example, you want to sell a product, you want to own probably, maybe, just an example, a tobacco company, and you want to own a tobacco company in maybe a nation where the regulatory policy is actually against that. You may not be able to actually thrive. Yes, you cannot thrive over there. But if you open the same tobacco company in a nation where they actually have value for it, because it's a source of revenue to the government because of taxation and all of that, you would discover that, yes, it's going to be a very big business. For an example, in Geneva, prostitution is a job. People do prostitution and they pay the government tax in Geneva. So if you're in Geneva and you actually want to own I'm not saying own that, but I'm just citing general examples, please pardon me, even though they are negative, but just pardon me. It's just for the for the purpose of this teaching, okay? So in Geneva, for an example, prostitution is actually a legal business. So if somebody goes to Geneva and the person actually owns a prostituting firm and all of that, the person will be able to, a prostituting quarters or whatever, the person will be able to thrive because the government has placed a very high taxation on prostitution. So prostitution is very expensive. To get a prostitute in Geneva, you should be thinking of at least from maybe $300 upward. So when you afford that, they pay tax to the government also from that. So the government makes money off that. So if anybody has that, the person is actually going to be in business because the government actually gets money. But if you want to start that in a place like maybe like one of these Arab countries, you're going to be in serious trouble because the government clamps down on those who run such businesses. So you actually do the demographic, religious belief, age, race, ethnicity, the gender, marital status, income, education, employment statistics, and all of that. You check all of those things when you want to while building your business strategy. Okay, for an example, when you're setting up a consulting firm, your consulting firm, you cannot consult for everybody. You must do a demographic study on the young, either you're consulting for young professionals or startups or those who are already in business but want to upscale. You must do those demographic study, check the age rate, and then check the people who can pay you to come into the consulting space. You have a product that you want to sell also. You will also put that to perspective. You don't just start a business because everybody is starting a business. Start a business with the right understanding and you'll be able to upscale after a number of years. In Nigeria and Africa today, it takes an average of about 5 to 10 years for a business to be able to break even. It takes an average of about 5 to 10 years for a business to be able to break even. So when you are building your business strategy, you must build with that in mind, that it will take you about 5 to 10 years for you to be able to break even in business. The fourth thing that you must consider while developing your winning business strategy is your competitive landscape. By competitive landscape, I'm talking about who are the competitors. and what are the other options that your customers or your potential customers may likely choose instead of your brand. That is your competitive landscape. Are there other options that they could likely take? For an example, the only competitive brand with Coca-Cola is water. Does that make sense to you? The only, I think, a major competitive brand, okay, a major competitive brand with Coca-Cola right now around the globe is water. I can tell you that when people are thirsty, if there is one thing that I'm just talking by market measurements, the people who actually consumes that product are much. And so when you see people who maybe they run a distance and all of that, one thing that comes to their mind to take is either cold water or a cold Coca-Cola product. So when you check all of these things, all of these, that's your competitive landscape. So water is competing against Coca-Cola products. So if Coca-Cola can edge water out for only their products to sell, I'm telling you that they will do that to actually ensure that their products sell at the end of the day. So you check your competitive landscape. Your direct competitors would either be businesses that sell the same thing with you. For an example, if you are a small business owner that runs maybe a clothing outfit online, your direct competitors are other vendors that sell online clothing also, maybe Gigi if you're in Nigeria, or maybe Amazon if you're around the world. Yeah, you could also check that, because those would actually form, all these things I'm listing can actually form the basis upon which you could actually develop your winning business strategy. Another thing that you must consider is your value proposition. Your value proposition. A value proposition is a statement that clearly identifies the product and your product and service, what it will offer or deliver to your customers. Your value proposition obviously states that which your product and services will deliver to your customers. That's your value proposition. What are you bringing to the market? Why should they choose you over another? That's your value proposition. Do not get into the market to begin to talk about all your offers, but get into the market to actually talk about what you want to do and how you're going to do it differently from others. And then financial implications. Yeah, financial implications, because when you come to the market, you need to actually take note of the fact that if you don't have your startup capital or your marketing finance to be able to finance how you want to start and all of that, you may not be able to stay in business for long. So you need to you need to check the financial implications, any kind of actions that you're actually going to take. You need to actually have the financial implication at the back of your mind when taking those actions. Okay, I would need to just 3 fundamental aspects of business strategy. I will just touch on one because of my time. 3 fundamental aspects of business strategy. I will just touch on one, but there are 3 fundamental aspects. Everything I'm teaching, I developed myself for those who run our business courses in Offer Consult. These are the things that we developed, myself and the other team members developed to actually train people who are under our mentorship platform in the consult. The first is market penetration strategy. There are 3 aspects of business strategy that you must understand as an entrepreneur or as a career professional. One is market entrance or penetration strategy. The second is market sustainability strategy. And the third is operations strategy. Those are the 3 aspects. Now, when you talk about market penetration or market penetration or market entrance strategy, this is actually a strategy that you develop that young budding entrepreneurs can actually develop while just starting their business. You either develop it as a young budding entrepreneur or those already in business who actually want to expand. Those already in business who actually want to expand or actually bring about new products to the market. can actually take up this marketing strategy, market entrance or penetration strategy. Okay, so if you are a budding entrepreneur or you're already in business and you actually want to launch new products to the market, you actually need to have that, okay, to be able to penetrate the market. Now, while you are coming into the market as a budding entrepreneur, or for those who are already in business, one of the things you must know is that in market penetration strategy, you must take a strategic posture. You may need to write that down. In market penetration strategy, you must take a strategic posture. By strategic posture, I'm talking about an orientation that highlights what your brand's activity is going to be about. By strategic posture, I'm saying you must highlight what your brand activity is going to be about. Let me explain this. When you take a strategic, there are two strategic postures that I'm going to talk about quickly. The first strategic posture, what's the third? Okay, I would give time for questions so I could just take some of those. The first strategic posture they are called the shapers. You need to take that down. The first strategic posture, these are shapers. Shapers develop strategies and they design these strategies to drive and structure the industry in a new direction. Shapers develop strategies to drive their industry in a new direction. So whether people have been there before or whether they are just coming in newly, they try as much as possible to drive the industry in a new direction, or they try as much as possible to get almost everyone in the space to be part of them. Now, let me explain this let me explain the second one, and then I will give the examples to balance it. The next you must understand are those that you call adapters. The adapters are those, they come into the industry and they just flow with the industry trend. They react to the opportunities in the market. They flow with the industry trend. Now, for shapers, you could talk about a product or a platform like ChatGPT. ChatGPT came into the search engine space and came as a shaper, using AI to generate information as a search engine. Using AI to generate information, not just generate information in split of seconds. They generate these informations, they can write content and all of that. Whereas there has been Google in that same space before now. Google has been the talk of town. Google has been the in thing. But how did ChatGPT do it? They came as a shaper. They actually adjusted the industry a bit. But then the adapters like Phoenix browser, you have Opera Mini, you have maybe Mozilla Firefox. Now, those ones are actually they have been in the space, but those ones are adapters. They are actually doing the search engine stuff just the same way Google has been there. You search for something and then you have to read through several options. You need to choose this. You now need to begin to copy this or write this. But ChatGPT came on board and disrupted the industry. So that is what this is about. It is about coming into the industry, penetrate the industry as one who is ready to actually shape things, or as one who is ready to adapt. You could still sell your peanuts as a shaper or as an adapter. You could actually still sell clothing in your country or anywhere as a shaper or as an adapter. All you need to do is, like I said, go back to those 6 things I've talked about and actually know how you can actually penetrate your industry. And let me say this emphatically as I round up. The stage of greatness is too big for any one person to monopolize it. I repeat, the stage of greatness is too big for any one person to monopolize it. So don't be deceived that, oh, maybe because somebody else is already doing it, then you cannot do it. That's a lie. I talked about operational effectiveness and strategy. In operational effectiveness, you do what others are doing good. You will be very good at it. But in strategy, you do what others are doing, but you do it not just goodly, but you add some difference to it. And that is why you see some people still craving to hear people like Sam Adeyemi. There are many other leadership guys who are talking over there, but why do some people want to hear Sam Adeyemi? It's not just good, but there is a lot of difference that he adds to it. This simplicity is a style. Simplicity is a style for you in business. I'm telling you, yes. By some other people, whether as shapers or as adapters, you could do what is called lower price margin. Bring down your price while entering the market. And then once yours is very affordable and then it's still full of quality and standard, people would still be able to want to purchase that product from you. So do not get into your space. Even in laundry business, you could actually begin to do laundry, and it's going to come out differently than what every other person has actually known or seen before. So I would want to wrap up now to call up my next speakers so that I don't overshoot my time. But do not forget what I said last. The stage of greatness is too big for any one person to monopolize it. Don't be scared when you hear that Amazon, for an example, Amazon is building this, is building that. You can also create your platform, and in a short while, check what Amazon has done and beat them in their game. Okay, thank you very much. I will be bringing up my speaker now. I would want to bring up Nathaniel Disu to talk about financial intelligence for entrepreneurs. I saw that he has another meeting. And I will quickly just want to bring him up so that he finishes his. When he's done with his session, we'll take it up from there. Nathaniel, please, are you set for us?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Nathaniel.
Hello, can you hear me, Obina?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I trust we are having we've had a great session so far. Can I continue now, Obina?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll be sharing briefly on financial intelligence for entrepreneurs and what we need to do, what we need to look out for. It's going to be very brief because I have a very important meeting by 8:30 because unfortunately we started this session late, so it was supposed to be 7 o'clock. So I already planned it that okay, within 1 hour 30 minutes we should be done, especially with my session, but due to some technical issues with the convener to start a bit late. But notwithstanding, we would have this session. So we're going to be talking about financial intelligence for entrepreneurs, what you need to do, what you need to look out for, and how can you access opportunities for yourself? How can you access opportunities for yourself? So for entrepreneurs, for business owners, it's making money is quite easy. Now, when I mean it's quite easy, is that you know what to do to make the money. As entrepreneurs, we know that okay, we need to sell our products to make money. We need to sell our services to make money. That's basically how money is made. You have a product, either you are selling bags, or you are selling footwear, or you are selling clothes, or you are selling makeup kits. All you need to do is to make a sale and you make money. So it's quite simple and direct as that. If you have services, either you're a software developer, or you're a website designer, or you're a graphic designer, or you're a writer, all you need to do is offer your services and you get paid. So the beginning part of wealth creation in terms of generating an income is something that everybody already knows about. You already know about that. You already know what to do. So one of the major challenges for business owners is getting more clients or getting more customers. So you already know that when you get more customers, you have more chances, or when you get more potential customers, rather, when you get more potential customers, you get more chances of you making more money. But one of the challenges people make or entrepreneurs make is how do they manage their money? How do they grow money? Hello, can you hear me? Can I not hear anything? Hello? Hello, Bina, can you hear me? Okay, okay, Philip can hear me. Okay. So
Yes, I can hear you.
So like I was, okay, okay, thank you. So like I was saying, one of the challenges, how do you keep control of that money that you need? Because it can be quite overwhelming, whereby you people find themselves in that situation that they are making all the money, they are getting good sales, they are making good different amount of money. But at the end of the month or at the end of a particular period, they check their bank statements, they check their account balance, and they find out that what is left is not is nothing compared to how much has come in, and that's because we tend to have poor money management habits for entrepreneurs. And one of the things I usually talk about, especially when it comes to savings, is that savings is more of an habit than the money you are saving. So people look at it that okay, they want to save 100,000 naira, or they want to wait until they can save 50,000 naira, or until they can save 200,000 naira. It's more of an habit. It's more about the consistency that you build in that saving. So it's more of an habit. So even if you start with okay, I'm going to be saving 10,000 naira every month, start with something. Start with something that you can sustain over the long period of time. Because it's quite a challenge that you say, okay, I want to save 100,000 naira every month. Then you start with 100,000 naira and you find out that you cannot maintain that consistency. You cannot maintain that habit. But when you start small, it's as little as possible. So, okay, I'm going to save 5% of my income every month. I'm going to save 8% of my income every month. You do that over a period of time, you build consistency. You build consistency. So the whole essence of this saving money is to ensure that you are controlling your spending habits. That's basically what saving. That's the idea behind saving, to control your spending habits. Because when you have money, there's this tendency to always want to spend. I don't know if you have been in that situation before. Has anyone been in that situation that money is in your account, you just feel that something that you didn't budget for before, something that you had no plan of spending before, because you made a huge amount of money, you got good sales, at the end of the day, you just find out that you want to buy this, you want to buy that. Now, it doesn't mean that thing that you are buying is bad. It doesn't mean it's bad, but it was not in your plan. It was not in your idea all along. But because more money came in, at the end of the day, you just decide that you just want to spend. So when you build your saving habits, it helps you to put control on your spending habits. And as entrepreneurs, you need to build that, you need to have that at the back of your mind. It's not until when you save, it's not only in your personal income that you need to save, even in your business, you need to save. You need to save in your business too. Your business is making huge amount of money, you need to save. Because you would, especially for those who sell physical products, there's something called procurement, whereby you need to buy new products. You've already run out of stock. You need to buy new products to fill your shop or your inventory. It's from the money that you've already saved that you would use to make those new purchases. But if everything that you bring in, if every money that you make, you spend everything, There'll be nothing to that you need to restock on your own of what you sold before. So saving is really important, not just for your personal income, not just for your personal income, also from your business. You save individually, and you should also save from your business. Let your business incorporate the savings habit into your business. The money that's coming in for your business, ensure you save it. There's a book I wrote which I'll talk about quickly. It's called the Online Money Management Blueprint. The Online Money Management Blueprint is an ebook that I wrote for entrepreneurs, for online entrepreneurs, freelancers, and the like, to teach them and to show them how they can save as business owners, how they can put control on the money that they make, how they can manage that, how they can control their spending habits, because it's really, really important, especially for online entrepreneurs, because it's kind of the internet has made it more easy for people to make money. The internet have made it more easy. You have a product, you have an offer, you just write a sales copy, you promote it on your social media pages, you run ads, and you start making some sales. So it's kind of easier. But when it comes to spending, when it comes to saving, that's now where it's difficult. But you need to incorporate that habit into your business. Apart from your personal savings for your own personal income, also your business, you need to save. Now, away from your business, let's now talk about entrepreneurs itself as individuals. As individuals, what do you do when you already save your money now? You made savings, you save a whole lot of money for yourself, not just for your business, now for yourself. It's also important to access investment opportunities. To access investment opportunities. What are the opportunities out there that you can invest your money into? Now, when it comes to investment, Nigeria, we tend to have this skepticism, and it's necessary. It's necessary because we've had a whole lot of different investment schemes that people kind of fall prey on, and they don't want to continue again. But since time immemorial, investment has been something that has to, even from the biblical days. Now, what are the options or the asset classes that you can invest your money into? You have real estate and you have the stock market. You have the real estate, you have stock market, and you also have your personal business. As I talked about it, that when you want to invest, don't just you can also invest in your business. There are so many people that yes, someone is doing well in their business, maybe this particular business is making money and you just want to put your money in there. Why not invest in your own business yourself? You can also see your business as a form of investment. You can invest in your own business. You don't need to start, not until when you seek external investors. You that you are the business owner, you are your first investor in your business. Because if you don't invest in your business yourself, how will another person come and invest in your business? If you don't invest in your business, how will another person come to invest in your business? So you need to access investment opportunities for yourself. So you might not necessarily, it can be quite technical for you to invest as a business. It can be a bit tricky and technical, but for yourself as an individual, you need to access investment opportunity, because that's what will make the money that you save to start growing gradually. That's the way to build wealth. You make income, you make monetary income, either selling a product or service, or even as a paid employment. You save a percentage of your income and you invest into asset classes that will help grow your money. You have real estate opportunities, and there are also the stock market opportunities. For those who know about me on social media, I talk more about the stock market. Talk about the stock market, and there are many product materials out there that are written that helps people to access investment opportunities in the stock market. Buying shares of foreign companies, buying shares of foreign companies like Apple, Amazon, Microsoft. Even as of today, I made a post on Facebook that Apple stock has gained 54% from January to now. 54% from January to now. So these are investment opportunities that you can access as individuals. And it's important that you leverage these opportunities, because that's what will help you build your finances even to the next level. It's not enough to make money, you need to save. And it's not enough to save. You also need to invest the money that you save into asset class, verified asset classes. So these are something that has been in existence for centuries. So it's not just one calo something that just started yesterday. The stock market has been existing since centuries. It's a kind of reflection of the economy of a particular nation, and that's something that is really important. That's something that is really important. So I'll talk about the things I've said again, just to help us to remember. I talked about savings, and I said saving is more about controlling your spending habits. So don't see savings as a body. See that you are controlling your spending habits. You are putting checks and balance to your spending habits. So that's just like the way the government works. So in the government, you have the executive arm of government, you have the legislative arm of government, and you have the judiciary arm of government. So if the executive is more like the face of the government, that's where you have the president. The president is more like the face of the government. But the legislative arm is to is more like to put checks and balances to the executive, so it doesn't feel like so it doesn't start to reduce risk of it being a dictatorship. So the legislative and the judiciary would help put checks. So that's why if you notice, for those who follow news, government news, especially in Nigeria, you would notice that maybe the president wants to borrow money from Meda World Bank or something. They have to send that information to the Senate that okay, Senate, the executive wants to borrow money, then the Senate would have to approve it for them to borrow. So the essence of that is to ensure that there is check and balance, so that the executive doesn't just do things on their own without people putting them in check, without people putting control on them. And that's why the legislative can impeach the executive. Now, where am I going with this statement or with this explanation is that see savings as the legislative arm of government, see savings as the legislative arm of government, and see spending as the executive arm of government. So if the savings doesn't put the spending into check, the spending can just be doing things anyhow on their own. So it's important to see savings as a means to check your spending habits, to put control on your spending habits. And I said that as entrepreneurs, either both you as an individual and also for your business, you need to imbibe that savings culture. It makes things easier for you because you already know what to do to make the money. You already know that you need to sell your product. You already know that you need to offer services. You already know that you need to get that job for a paid employment. You already know what to do to make that money. But how to control that money, how to put stress, how to balance it, that's where savings come in. And once you're already good with savings, you're good with your savings habit, very built it up, then you can now start accessing investment opportunities, either through the real estate sector or through the stock market or also in your own business. So time will not permit me to explain more about this. There are so many things to talk about, both for the savings aspect, both for the money management aspect for entrepreneurs, and also for the stock market to learn more about this. But I'm going to send an information to perhaps Obina will send it to those who have registered. If you want to have access to my materials, to my courses, you can send a message to Obina and he's going to direct. I think I will discuss this with Obina. So if you want to have access to my materials or my courses or my training programs that will help you learn more about building the savings habit as an entrepreneur, both for your business and for your personal life, and also how to learn about investing in the stock market and accessing more investment opportunities. You can send me a message. I don't know if I'll send my Obina, can I send my WhatsApp number to them or would I send it to you? So for as many that want to get it, you can send me a message. I'll just send it to Obina and pass my message across to send my number to the pass to everyone so you can reach out to me on WhatsApp and get access to my training program. So I don't know if anyone have any question as I round up. Obina, is there any question? Does anyone have any question? Obina, can you hear me? Can anyone hear me, please?
Sorry, looks like it was a network.
Okay. So I'm asking if there's anyone that have any question as I begin to round up. Okay. Okay, I think Esther says she has a question. You can ask your question in the comment section. Short or raise it.
Okay, we are back.
Okay, now since nobody has a question. Okay, now
Okay, please, if you have a question, just write it so we could take your question. Do you have a question? Do you have a question? You could write your question so we could take your question.
it seems there are no questions.
Yes, looks like.
Okay.
So, but anytime you're able to put your thoughts together for your question, just still send it down. We'll still forward it to him and we'll still answer it on our own end also. And for anyone who needs his materials, just get to me or chat him up on Facebook at Nathaniel Disu. You get his materials. He has written a lot of books as regards finance, the stock market boss. There's actually a training that is upcoming, becoming the stock market boss, a boss. And I think there's another one, Nathaniel, on money. Could you just talk about your trainings?
Okay, yeah. So there's a training that there's one on it's called the Niger Money Blueprint. It's an online class that would show individuals how they can explore more income opportunities for themselves. So whether you are in paid employment or you are a freelancer or you are an online entrepreneur, so that class is going to show you how you can explore more income opportunities. So there's a blueprint that I created. It's called the six income blueprint. It shows you how you can make money daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, 6 months, and every year. So it's a blueprint that shows you what you can do, what you need to leverage on that can give you consistent cash flow. Then the second training is called the stock market course. So it's a beginner friendly class for everyone to teach them how they can start investment in the stock market. So there are so many opportunities available both in the US stock market and the Nigerian stock market at the moment. So you would want to get access to those courses. So for this training program, so the Niger Money Blueprint is 2,000 naira and the stock market cost is 5,000 naira. But due to Obina bringing me here, I'm going to give everyone 40% discount to get access to this
Wow.
training. So just send a message to to Obina that you would like to get the 40% discount, and Obina would send you across to me. So the Nigerian money blueprint is 2,000 naira.
Okay, looks like his network has logged him out. We'll respond to your question. Angel Kelechi will respond to your question. I want to bring up the next trainer for this evening. He's someone that I hold dearly, and I look forward to meeting with him in person by next month when I make the trip to Port Harcourt City. He will be streaming all the way from Rivers State, Port Harcourt. He's no other person than one of my very dear brother and friend, Coach Kingsley. Amen. Over to you, sir.
Hi everyone, good evening. Good evening from Port Harcourt, Nigeria. Good evening from South South. My name is Kingsley Ime. I want to know if you can hear me loud and clear. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm trying to get back to my element. Have a lot of work. So sorry if you can hear voices at the background. I'm just trying to stay committed to today's conference. So I'm not in the office or in my office space, right? So, but then I had to grab somewhere. Still my favorite spot though, but I had to stay somewhere so I can have the session. I want to be sure if you can hear me. If you can hear me loud and clear, let me see the fire emojis. I'm looking for it. If you're ready to go, ready to heat up when it comes to your marketing and your sales, let me see the fire emojis. If you're ready to push your sales into another realm, you want to learn one thing that will help your business increase sales, I want to see it. So I'm trying to get to my elements, but if I'm not getting to the peak of it, but I'm pretty sure I will still do my best. Thank you, Mr. Obina, for having me come share my thoughts in this strategic shift. It's such a great honor to be here. I was trying to look at the comment sections. I'm waiting for the fire emojis. I'm looking for it. All right. So, can anybody hear me before I go on? Because Mr. Obina seems to be freezed. I want to be sure you guys can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. So I start quickly. Awesome. I'm seeing Philip. Mr. Philip has been very, very, very engaging tonight. I went to the chat sections and I saw that you're always there. Esther, is that the Esther that I know? Thank you, Esther. Awesome, super amazing. So for all the people that are joining from my WhatsApp status, thank you for joining. All right, great, 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 amazing. Thank you. I can see the feedbacks coming. Thank you, Dr. P. Dr. P is here. Super awesome. Glad to have you join us. Okay. So let me start with the last question that somebody asked there. He said, somebody said, washing hand. Oh my God. So let me start with the last question. Somebody said, is it good to start a business with a loan? Is it wise to start a new business with a loan? That's what Angel, I am a business development consultant and the lead consultant for Kingspire Resources, where we focus on helping people start, helping people grow, helping people profit from their business. So if starting your business is a challenge, we've helped over 100 people start their business, and they are making good in growth as far as their business is concerned. And I have had the privilege of working in about 4 different industries. I've worked in the banking sector. I've worked in hospitality. I've worked with a tours and hospitalities and tours company. I've worked in the educational sector. I've worked with food processing company. And I can tell you for a fact, loan is not advisable. You don't start a business with a loan. Take it from me. You don't start a business with a loan. You expand your business with a loan, because loan has interest. And for you to take a loan, you must have a business or a system that will be able to service the interest of the loan. Otherwise, the interest can grow up to be bigger than the capital. Is somebody writing that down right now? So let me give a typical example. You have a fantastic idea. You feel that where you live, there is no school at all in that area. So everybody is literally trekking from your neighborhood to the next neighborhood, probably 30 minutes drive to send their kids to school. And you said, oh, I had how do they call it? An aha moment, a fantastic idea, a eureka moment. Oh, I'm going to start a school. So because I've noticed that everybody takes their kids out of this neighborhood to go send them to school somewhere else, so I'm going to start a school. And then the next thought that comes to your mind is, I'm going to go get a loan. I'm going to say pause right there. So I'm playing a scenario for you. So you go get the loan. Now you're getting the loan. That's if you even get the loan, right? So you got a loan, and the loan, you're not even sure. The loan has an interest in it. So you are getting the loan. Once you collect the loan and they give you the loan, the interest will start counting. It's not something like when they give you the loan, they're going to say, okay, you know what, for the next 20 minutes, for the next 2 months or 3 months, you're not to start paying the loan interest after 3 months. No, once you receive it, at the end of 30 days, the interest on that loan begins to count. Now you take your loan to go build this so-called school. You don't know if first and foremost, you have not considered the duration of time it's going to take you to build the school. Let's say it's going to take you 4 months to buy the land and build the school. Now that 4 months, the loan is remember the loan is the interest of the loan is running, right? And you have not been able to generate income yet. So you have not serviced your loan. Number two, you finish building. You are not even sure if out of the 50 people that send their kids to school outside the neighborhood, they would love to bring their kids back. Say out of 50 kids that go to school outside your neighborhood, maybe just 10 or 15 are coming back. Now that 10 or 15, whatever amount you generate, remember you're going to pay for cost of operations. You're going to employ staff, gatesman, teachers. So whatever you're generating, you're first trying to service the operations. Remember your loan your interest is still running. You've not started paying back. So by the time you're done and you manage to now start stabilizing, you now start thinking of paying the loan. So I hope this vivid explanation and description has been able to paint the picture very well to you. Why I can insist that you don't need to start a business with a loan, especially a loan that has an interest. If you have what we call angel investor is someone that gives you money to start a business and is not asking for interest, and probably is just telling you go use the money, when in 6 months time, in 1 year time, bring back my money. I just want to support you to start a business. That's a better way to start. But the most amazing way to start a business is that you start small. That's why I wrote in my book, Start Small, Sell Out, proven strategies to start, grow, and make more money in your business. I went on, I did an extensive research because a lot of people were coming to me having challenges on the kind of ideas they need to use and start their business. They were having issues with, oh, how am I going to start? Where do I get funding? Who do I get partnership from? And all of that stuff. You get my point? So you could see that these were some of the things. So, I mean, I just wanted to start my session with answering that question. I hope that helps. What I would say is start small. Start with what you have. Start with what you have. What do you have? Start with this. You want to start a boutique or a clothing business, and you are hoping to have a boutique, but right now all you have is the car, the boot of your car. My lady, my man, right there, go ahead and start with the boot. Solomon Okeke, I see you. Thank you for joining. Start up from the boot of your car. Start right there. You want to start a restaurant business and you're looking for money to start the restaurant business. Hey, start with your kitchen. Yes, start with your kitchen. Just go to your kitchen and make some recipe and take a picture of it, put it on your status, create some broadcast list, look for bachelors like Solomon Okeke and the rest of them, not myself. All right, so look for bachelors like us and send us a broadcast message with such beautiful mix up of recipes of sweet food you just made, right? And then ask us to, and then we begin to order for it. As we begin to order from your kitchen, you can now employ a staff in your kitchen. From your kitchen, you can move forward. Does that make sense? All right, so let me dive into the session that I have for tonight. Okay, so thank you. Yes, start from your kitchen. All right, so let me dive into the session that I have for tonight. I won't take a lot of time because I'm already way beyond my time for tonight in terms of work, and I have a lot to do. In case you don't know, Emeka Nobis is my coach, is my mentor, and tomorrow is his birthday. So Well, everybody's getting ready for the dawn himself. So, all right. So tonight I want to talk about marketing the right way, marketing your business the right way, marketing your business the right way. The foundation, the success of any business you can think of is in marketing. If you don't know marketing, you should have someone in your team that knows marketing. Everybody that is running a business, whether in Nigeria, Africa, anywhere around the world, must never joke with marketing. What is marketing? Marketing is the activities that you carry out that helps you convey or bring attention. Marketing is the process of commanding attention of people to pay attention to your business for the purpose of making them desire and buying into your business. So if you tell yourself, I'm very shy, I'm not good at marketing. Hey, every one of us sucked at marketing. I struggled at marketing at some point in my life, in my business journey, right? And I began to intentionally read about marketing. If you're a CEO right now, you cannot delegate marketing to your staff and your team alone. You are the chief marketing officer. Forget that CEO title. Leave it at one side. You are the chief marketing officer. Nobody can market your business like you do. So as you grow in your business, you begin to market at a different level. So what's the right way to market in your business? There are three, and what I'm sharing with you is very fresh. It's hot because I'm getting it from my book. My new book is coming out, and the title of my book is Get More Customers, Make More Sales. Proven strategies for you to, practical ways to get more people to buy what you're selling, even though you struggle with marketing. I'm sure you would like to let me see how many people would like to get a copy of this book on the comment section. Let me see. So the title of the book is Get More Customers, Make More Sales. Get more customers, make more sales. Practical ways to get people to buy what you sell, right? Even if you struggle with marketing. So I'm going to be sharing from my laptop here, my manuscript, like you guys are taking fresh anointing. Bring out your book and write these things down, because I'm sharing from experience. One of my products have done over ₦1 million in sales for me within a period of time, and that's one of my book. So made over I wanted to do $1 million selling that book, but I sold over 1.5 million. The first time I took marketing serious was when I attended Daystar Leadership Academy by Sam Adeyemi, and it was a 2 weeks training, right? Yes, I'm an alumnus of DLA. I did advanced, basic, and advanced. For those of you that know Sam, all right. So one of the days it was a 2 weeks training, and I had to fly from Port Harcourt to Lagos to be in Lagos for 2 weeks because I love the physical meeting and the trainings. And I was running low with cash. And then one day, so I'm sharing my story of how I really took marketing very serious. So one day, few days, I think I had like 4 or 5 days still left, and I was running short of cash, right, to take me all through. So I began to think, what can I do, right, to be able to make more sales? What can I do, to be able to make more money? Excuse me. What can I do to be able to make more money for myself and not go broke and be looking for who I would borrow money? First, I thought of 3 things. Number one, how do I generate money? I could borrow, right? But then the shame of going to ask my classmates that I'm meeting for the first time this week to borrow me money couldn't allow me to do that. Second, I could steal, but I don't know how to steal. I don't have a gun. I wasn't trained to steal. So the third one was, what can I sell so I can make money? So I in the process of my thinking, I went to the back of the hall, and there was a book stand, and there were vendors standing there. And then I saw this, the guy that was attending to selling the books to us, right? And there's this book, Success is Who You Are, written by Sam Adeyemi. And I love the title because I'm someone that loves success. I love talking about success. And apart from being a business development consultant and a speaker, I'm also a success coach. So I picked up the book and I liked it. I looked at the what do they call them? I looked at the contents of the book and I loved it. And so I asked the guy, how much is the book? And the guy told me the price, and it was ridiculously too cheap. Like, it was so ridiculous. It was cheaper than my lunch money. So I asked him, why is this book so cheap like this? And he said, oh, because Dr. Sam Adeyemi has written an advanced edition of this book. So we've been instructed to sell out the whole stock. So we're giving it at just a giveaway price, just to be able to sell it off the stock, because the new book is already out. And that's the one. I said, wow. Instantly, I said, I could gather this book and sell them. And if you read my new book, you're going to hear this story. You're going to read this story again. So I'm like, I could get these books and sell them, and I will make profit. because it's ridiculously very cheap, right? I could just gather them and sell them at any price I want. And of course, it's I call it limited edition. You know what they call that, limited edition? Like, this is the only edition you'll find. You can't find a reprint of this again. So instantly my brain began to work, and I bought about 40 copies of that book, and instantly I made about from less than $2, I made about $150, profiting from there. What did I do? I just stand and I said, who are the people that I know need this kind of products? And I went to start listing them down, and that's what I hope to share with you. So I start with number one. Marketing the right way starts with the question of, what are you trying to sell? Many people sell stuff, but they don't know what they are selling. They really don't understand what they are selling. They've not had time to make research on what they are selling. You are selling what are you selling? I like interacting and using business examples. So please, Mr. Obina, stay on with me. I like to see, can you share your business, whatever business you're doing? Kindly share it on the comment section. So once it pops up on the screen, I could use it, and then I could use an example for that. Whether you're selling graphics design services, you're selling copywriting services, whatever it is that you're selling, whatever product you're selling, I want to use that. So let's say you are into sales of copywriting services. So many people, the only way they sell is how far they know that they were taught in class. Nobody was born a copywriter. Even if you are a natural gifted writer, you go to a copywriting school, you go to a copywriting class, whether online or virtually or physically, right? And you train yourself and you become better. Some of us are only selling based on the last time we went to class and the things we were taught. We don't really know deeper about what we're selling. So one of the things you need to ask yourself is, what am I really selling? When we talk about what you're selling, we're talking about, okay, so you sell leadership rebate, conference, fantastic, 7.0. Beautiful. So when you sell leadership rebate conference, you can't sell leadership rebate for me. It is jargon in my head. It's a jargon in my head. I'm not connecting with it. But if you come to me and you tell me we are selling a training that will help your team know what to do, when to do it, and how to do it, even without you being there, such that your organization will be running smooth, effortlessly, and you will be making the profit you need to make, then I will want to pay attention as someone who has maybe 5-7 staff in my office. And then when I say, oh, tell me more, I said, oh, that's what we're selling in this training called the Leadership Rebate Conference. But if you just came and told me we're selling rebate conference, I'm like, I don't want to get born again. I've already born again as a Christian. I've grown. What are we talking about? All right, so that's one thing. So what are you selling? Business development consulting. Yes, even me, when I introduce myself as a business development consultant, do you know I don't say I'm a business development consultant? I say my name is Kingsley Mim. I'm a business development. I help people. I show business owners ways they can come out can make money through the things that they know, in a way of creating products that people are waiting to buy. So I help them turn their ideas into a profitable business and a profitable product, that and also show them who and where they can sell these products and services easily for people to pay them and get money. In other words, I'm a business development consultant. You see, I introduced myself. I didn't just throw the word out there, I'm a business development consultant. It's still a jargon in the heads of people. I said I explain, because in the process of explaining, somebody's interest is piqued right there. Somebody struggling with marketing is coming. Somebody who is highly talented, I can say something like, I help people who are very talented, but they are broke and struggling to pay their bills, on how they can use the same thing they are talented with and begin to make profit and make money from it in forms of creating product and services. Somebody will pay attention. So every time, everything about me is marketing. If I'm introducing myself, I'm marketing. If I'm gisting with a friend, I have to find a way to connect it to what I'm selling. Ebenezer says I sell easy waka logistics. So I help. So easy waka logistics, which means I easily help you get your product to your whatever you want to send. I take that stress of you paying transport, especially now that the transportation fare is pretty very high. You could stay at your house, you produce, I help you sell. By the way, let me share a quick idea for you. Easy Worker. So this is one of the ways you can get market penetration, which is what we do. Select 10 companies, 10 restaurants in your state, in your city. If you're in Enugu city, look for 10 big restaurants in your city. Go to them on Monday. I hate people who learn and don't take action. If you learn and you don't take action, you are more or less the same way with somebody who didn't learn at all. But if you learn and take action, you're most definitely going to get results. Is that okay? All right. So go to 10 people in your city and tell them 10 businesses, company, food companies, maybe restaurants, maybe snack company, and tell them, you know what, for the first 10 people that will order your product this month, I'm going to deliver products to them for free. Guess what? And in return, you are going to take me as a partner. You're going to tell me more about you're going to market me to your potential customers. Now it's going to look like it's costing you, but you're getting a deeper penetration into the market. Do you get my point? You're getting to get you're penetrating. So imagine 10 people give you 10 people. That's 100 new customers you just got right there. So Mrs. Obina Restaurant is one of your clients. Chidima and Daughters Restaurant is another. Ifeyiwa Confectionaries is another of yours. I'm just coining names. So 10 of them, they are going to advertise. Hey, the first 10 people to order product what 2,000 naira, 3,000 naira and above, we're going to do free delivery. Guess what? Because they have mentioned free delivery, they are going to get higher orders. They're going to get higher orders, and because they get higher orders, they're going to reach out to you. You are going to deliver. So two things now. You've gotten Ifeyiwa Confectionaries as a potential client. Next time Ifeyiwa wants to use you, he may not use you all the time because he already has, but if you might want to use you, does that make sense? See, marketing the right way. You need to study and understand the market. What Mr. Obina was saying, if you missed the first session, you have to go back and listen to him again. So I think I should just pick relative examples like this, and then we'll shut down. It's not me to just giving you point. So now, Waka Logistics, Easy Waka Logistics has gotten one client who is a seller that has given him 10 clients who are getting your service for free. As you're delivering, you are also marketing to the person. Hey, we're Easy Waka. You have created a powerful flyer with a powerful, compelling, what do they call them? Copywriting on it, a sales copy on it, powerful one. And then you hand it over to them and say, thank you for ordering this meal from Ifeyiwa Confectionaries. We are into. Then you are marketing. Remember, you've gotten a database. Every week, you're sending them Happy New Week message. Do you have something to deliver? We're here to help you deliver. You see, out of 100 free people, 20 people are going to become retainership, are going to be in your business. And that's what they pay me for. That's what they pay me for. But I know because you're joining this class for free, you will not take it serious. You see, that's why I get tired sometimes to teach for free. Because when you learn things for free, you don't take it serious. So let me get the next business there so I can share. All right, so there are 3 things. Does that make sense? Baking. So baking, all right. So as a baker, you need to go and utilize Facebook. Go and utilize Facebook. You see all those birthday alerts. Though even if there are people that you know and the people you don't know, go and gather all their contacts. Find out when is their birthday. Reach out to them ahead of time. Reach out to them ahead of time. If you get 500 people or 200 people in your Facebook contact list that have their birthdays this month of July that they are entering, you start inboxing them one after the other. It's called cold marketing, right? But as you're marketing to them, you're going to get someone. So the right way to market is to know what you're selling first. Know what you're selling. And the next thing, to know who you are targeting to sell to. I don't sell to everybody. Even if you see my story of how I gathered those 40 books, right? And I brought them back. The next thing I did, I sat down and I drew a list of 100 people. I bought 40 copies of the book to resell. I bought the book and I made 500% increase on profit. So if the book is, for instance, 200 naira, 200 naira times 5 was my profit. So I sat down and I drew a list of them, right? Of the people I know. So I wasn't just saying anybody can buy a book. I wasn't just buying the book and coming back to Port Harcourt to now go to seminar, hoping that people who attend seminar like reading books. No, I listed them down. So while I was still in Lagos, I started putting call. I was doing close call. I was doing phone marketing, telemarketing. I'm calling them on the phone. I'm marketing to them. I was saying, hey, there's this book I saw here in Lagos. This book is powerful.
This is the book you need to have. Guess what? The last set of this book is just the one I picked. Before I come down to Port Harcourt, I just called you because I knew you would need it, and I want to be sure that you are among them, because if I come back, you may not have it again. Secondly, as I'm coming back, you don't have to pay for transportation, for way billing. So as I'm coming back, I'm bringing it at once. I want to be sure that you are interested in it before I get one for you. And the price is XYZ. And that day, I got 3 people that said yes. The next day, I got 5. In fact, they were paying the money. They were sending the money already. So before I got to Port Harcourt, I had already sold half of it. 20 of that books were gone. The remaining 20, by the time I landed Port Harcourt, I started meeting them one-on-one, and I finished selling it. I remember one of my friends calling me again. I said, Kingsley, that book you sold to me, can I get another copy? I said, that's what I was telling you now. It's limited edition. And of course, if you buy now, you have to order from Lagos, So who are you marketing to? You're into baking. What kind of baking products are you churning out? You need to understand your baking product and the people you're focusing on. Are you baking product for kids? If you're baking for kids, it means that you're going to target their mothers, and then you're going to show them why. Are you baking for the elderly? If you're baking for the elderly, are you baking for the nutritious, conscious health, nutritious people? Because I heard today there are banana cakes, there are wheat cakes, there are all kinds of cakes today, right? I want to assume, I'm not saying that baking is for cake making alone, but we always attribute baking to cakes, all right? So you can see bake bread, right? You also bake, do we bake bread? Yeah, we bake bread. You can also bake meat pies as pastries, right? So what are you doing? Who are you marketing for? Marketing the right way. So let me quickly share a few things from my book here. All right. Let me share it. If you're getting value, let me get a feedback. If you're getting practically, you're getting ideas are springing right now. Let me get it. See, the Nigerian market is too big for you to close your mouth. Don't let anybody that say no to you make you feel terrible. No. Don't feel terrible. Go to the next person and market. Yes, Esther is saying, wow, that's the wow effect we give, Awesome. I'm glad you're getting. Is it only Esther that is here? You guys are now making me feel like I'm not talking. All right. So don't let somebody that say no to you make you feel terrible. Sometimes you listen to me. Listen. When they say no, say next. When they say no, say next. When they say no, say next. All you're looking for is who is going to buy what you're selling. And until you get that person, please don't rest. Awesome. Marketing the right way has 3 things they have. In marketing, I wrote it in my book. There are 3 areas of marketing we have. We have marketing for 3 things that helps foundation for marketing. Number 1 is your mindset, your marketing mindset. So you can only market better when you have won it in your mind. Number 2, because my time is far now, I'm going to shut down this place, so I need to quickly run. Number 2, which I want to delve on more, is your marketing activities. Marketing activities. Oh my goodness, my book is coming out. You don't want to miss this book. You want to even pre-order it. Marketing activities. It is the activities you carried out in your marketing that influence and determine how much money you're going to, how much volume of sales you're going to make. So at every point in time, you have to, a copy please. Yes, it's going to come out very soon, or you can pre-order for it, right? So what are the activities in marketing? Number 1 is that, first and foremost, your marketing activities must be able to command your customers' attention. Pay attention. Somebody write this down. Write this down. Your marketing activities must be able to command your customers' attention. So everyone on this call right now, go back to your WhatsApp status. How am I marketing? How am I communicating my marketing on my WhatsApp status as it got to do with my product? Is it commanding enough attention? Because marketing is futile if it's not commanding attention. Marketing is useless if it's not commanding attention. I take a quick example from the saga with Banky W and Adesua. Now, the Gist Lovers blog, whether we like it or not, those guys are blown. They just, whether the story was true or false, right? They went on the internet, boom, that Banky W is cheating with somebody else. And the thing trended. What they did, whatever, if it's a marketing strategy, they were able to command attention. A lot of people went to Gist Lovers page. They got a lot of followership. They got a lot of readership. I mean, that was a marketing strategy that brought a mega attention to them. Hilda Bassi indirectly marketed for Guinness World Book of World Record, because even they said that their tweet, when they tweeted about Hilda Bassi, has the highest tweet ever that has reaction. So in your marketing activities, it's done to command customers' attention, build their interest. The next thing is to build their interest. When they get their attention, you have to ensure that your marketing strategy is building their interest. If they get the attention, get your attention, and you don't build the interest from their attention, you will lose them, and then you make them desire what you are offering in order for them to take action to buy from it. Unfortunately, we really don't have time anymore, so I'm going to be wrapping up with that. I wish we have more time to talk about it. Sorry for the technicality that started earlier, but I'm pretty sure you got a few things that will help you as regards marketing the right way. When you're marketing the right way, one of the things you do is that I suggest that list the kind of people that you should be selling to and target them. Number two, list the places that you know that the people you're targeting to, you will be able to find them. You don't sell Rolls Royce and Rolls Royce on exhibition, car exhibition places. No, Rolls Royce is sold next to where they're exhibiting airplanes because it's a special kind of car. Does that make sense? The third thing is that you have to list the platforms. So I've mentioned the people that need what you're selling, the people that want what you're selling but don't know that they need it. Number two, the places where you can find them. Where can you find them? And you pay attention and go there. Number three, the platforms with which you can find them. The platform with which you can find them. The platform with which you can find them. And then number four, the events where you can find them. So if you don't find them in certain places, you can find, there are certain people you never get access to their office, but you can find them in certain events. So you begin to find out those things. So guys, I wish there is a lot of time for me to talk more, but there's still so much to talk about, but this is how far we can go. So let me just quickly wrap that up with giving you a typical example of when we talk about marketing activities using a big company. Please, I'm running up now. If you can write this down, write it down. Quick. Or you can come back and watch the replay. Now look at the marketing activities that helped. How many of you know seller.com? Yeah, seller.com. That's the company that Nigerians use to sell digital products and Africans use. So seller.com provided those in 2021. They became a hit. They started in 2021. I'm going to list like there are about 9 marketing activities that has really helped them. But I'm going to list like 3 of them. Number one is that they use one of the activities they did targeted online advertising using digital advertising. That was major activity they do. Number two, they use content marketing. They use a lot of content marketing. And then number 3, they use influential partnership. Those were 3 major activities, about 9 of them. So you got to sit down and list your own activities that you are going to be using for your marketing that can help your business. How I market my consulting services might not be exactly the same way you market your consulting services, because we might be in the same marketing consulting industry, but our target market are different. Our demography is different. Our region is different, right? Our product is different. So you must understand and be able to fit that in. Thank you, everyone. I remain Kingsley May. It's been an amazing time having you on the show. I hope you've got value. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Obina, for having me. It's so great to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kingsley. Thank you. Thank you. So much value. So much value. As many people that want to pre-order the book, I will get them and also get back to you so that we could start that also. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. There's so much to thank you. Thank you. I'll call you up later on. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone. It's been great. Drop your questions. He's going to send them to me. I'm going to do a voice note, then they're going to share it back in the platform. I have to run by now. It's already 9 p.m. and I need to go. Thank you, everyone. Good night. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Hope we're getting so much value here, because this place is on fire already for me. I'm getting so much value, and I wish he had more time to be able to share a lot of this stuff. Wow, this is, man, these guys that got this free consultation, you guys are going to pay for it. Easy Waka, and that's Chidinma. Every one of you that's got this free business consultation, you need to pay for it. I want to bring up the next guest. The next guest is one of my very good friend, Pa Kwesi Folson. Kwesi is going to be speaking to us live from Ghana, and we hope to join him soon in Ghana, very soon, for Strategic Shift Ghana. I'll be going to Port Harcourt hopefully in the coming months, very soon. And from Port Harcourt, I will be moving to Ghana, and from Ghana to the ends of the earth. I don't know how many people are seeing that prophecy. Some people are not seeing it. You are not prophetic, my friend. Can you just thank you so much, Kwesi, for joining. Thank you
You're
so much,
welcome.
Kwesi, for joining.
I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, sure, we can hear you.
Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. It's been amazing so far. I was just there. First, I joined as a participant and I was just there listening to developing a winning strategy and all the things Kingsley said about the marketing activities and his stories was just wonderful. Yeah, we are ready for strategic shift. Okay. Obina, please, how many minutes do I have?
Okay. Let me private chat you then. You can just go ahead.
I can go ahead.
Yes, I'll private chat you for that.
Okay. Can my screen be seen? Can all of you see my screen? I'm sharing a slide. Can it be seen? I just want to know if it can be seen. Hello, Obina, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Oh, you can. Okay. All right. Okay. So Barney says you can see it. All right. So hello everybody. Thank you for being here. I think the strategic shift has been great already, but we are moving on to another altitude. We are going higher and higher. So if you don't know me, my name is Park Wisi Fosun. I'm from Ghana. I'm currently one of Ghana's finest public speakers. I'm a corporate trainer. I'm a personal development coach. And over the time, I've been able to do so many things with so many different people in different corporations, and I've been able to help them scale certain processes. Now, the thing about me is that I'm not an ordinary, I don't see myself as just a speaker. Okay. I see myself as a generational empower, as a generational disruptor. So anybody who knows me or who has encountered me knows I'm different. Now I want to start with this. Okay? And I need all of you to write this down. Okay. First of all, I want to ask a question. How many of us here have heard the phrase or we know the phrase knowledge is power? How many of us have heard that or we know that or we even say that or use that? How many of us? I would love to know in the comment section that knowledge is power. How many of us? Yeah. How many of us that knowledge is power? Anybody in the comment section? We've all heard this thing that we say no knowledge is power. Okay. If you've heard it, just say yes. Okay. Paul said he has heard it before. Okay. Oluwale says okay, he has heard it before because he said hand pink waving. Okay, so I guess we've all heard it. Okay, Marv Media has heard it before. Great. Now this is what I want you to know. Okay, and I want you to all write this down. Okay, listen carefully. Whenever I go to places, I always say this. Even though we hear that knowledge is power, okay, and we all believe that, and I mean it's great. I've been hearing that since I was a child. But then when you look at things from a holistic perspective and you look at the nitty gritty and you look at everything in all these dimensions and you look at that statement, you know that knowledge in itself is not power. It's the application of the knowledge that brings power. It is only when you apply that you can see the result of the knowledge that you have. I always say this, that knowledge is one aspect of mental capacity. I don't want to go there, but knowledge, the mental capacity comes in three dimensions. It comes to wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. Listen, now when you can apply your knowledge, that is when you can see the result from it. Okay, so knowledge in itself is not power, it's the application of knowledge that is power. Can somebody write that down? So what I want to tell all of you today is that whatever I will say will be nonsense today. Whatever I will say will be nonsense, because until you apply what I tell you to, what I show you, and I what all the knowledge that I'm come to give you today is going to be nonsense. Somebody type nonsense in the comment section. Type nonsense. Type nonsense. type nonsense. Type nonsense. It's going to be nonsense. So everything I'm going to say is going to be nonsense until you apply. So if you do not apply, it's nonsense. I always love saying it. Thank you, Pastor Elvina. Thank you. Okay, so let me start. Okay, how many of you here now want to learn the 4 ingredients to build, scale, and monetize your personal brand? How many of you would love to learn that? Anybody? I want to see. The thing about me is that as a public speaker, I rely on the communication. Public speaking is all about a relationship. So I'm building a relationship with you. How many of you here would love to learn the 4 ingredients that you can use to build, scale, and monetize your personal brand? Trust me, today is going to be a day that you've probably never encountered before. Believe me. Okay. I'm going to expose you to a lot of things. Are you ready? So how many of you want it? How many of you want to learn the 4 ingredients to build, scale, and monetize your personal brand? Okay. Angel, Chidema. Okay. All right. So if you want to just, I want to see one more name, then I'll move on. The 4 ingredients to build, scale, and monetize your personal brand. All right. So let me just start off. Okay. The 4 ingredients. The 4 ingredients. First of all, I want to start from this angle. Okay. Now, I want to start from this angle. What is personal branding? Because I'm going to teach you about how you can build, scale, and monetize your personal brand. So that means that if you do not understand the basic, if you don't understand the basic overview of what personal branding is, then you will not be able to apply the knowledge in the correct way. Are you all with me? So, if you can understand and comprehend what personal branding is, if you can understand the scope of it, okay, if you can understand the scope of personal branding, then you'll be able to build, scale, and monetize it. Now, I want all of you to write this down. And when I speak a lot, people do a lot of writing. So, I want you to write this down. And this is my definition of personal branding. You see, a lot of people think personal branding when they say so it's time to build your personal brand, and so many people are always thinking a personal brand is about your photo. So when they say okay, it's time to build a personal brand, everybody is trying to contact their cameraman. They want to take a photograph, or they are trying to develop a logo, or they are trying to buy more suits to look nice, or they are trying to get more clothes, they're trying to buy another shoe. They'll say, oh, they want to go and buy a heel, or they want to do any other thing that is external. But I want to let you know that personal branding is not about all those external things. I mean, it's a part of the equation, but it's not the main thing that you need to build your personal brand. Okay, are you following? Are you all following? So it's not the main thing that you need to build your personal brand. When you're building your personal brand, it involves different other factors that I'm going to show you. Okay. Now I want you to know that it's not about your logo, it's not about your dressing, it's not about your photographer, it's not about all of that. I mean, those matter, but that's not the main ingredient to build a personal brand. Now I want you to write this down. Personal branding, please write this down. And if you're writing it down, you can also write in the comment section so that other people who later watch this video can even see it and see it in the complete phrase. Okay. So personal branding is about projecting your genuine self. Okay. Please write that down. It's about projecting your genuine self to be able to create a specific desired impression in the minds of others. Should I take that again? Okay. Personal branding is about projecting yourself. Oh, okay. It's about projecting your genuine self to be able to create a specific desired impression in the minds of people. That is what personal branding is. So don't let any other person tell you that personal branding is about your logo. Those are the people who do not understand what personal branding is. I'm trying to explain personal branding from a scientific point of view, something that is theoretical, before we move into the practical aspect. Okay. So I want to help you understand that it's about projecting your genuine self to be able to projecting your genuine self to be able to create a specific impression in the minds of others. Now, this is what I want you to know, okay? This is what I want you to know. Now, personal branding is about two things, okay? It's about two entities. It's about yourself and others. So even though we talk about personal branding, it's personal, okay? You are using the word personal, that means it's for you. Others are included in the equation. Now, what I mean by that is this, okay? What I mean by that is this. Whilst you are trying to brand yourself, or in the process of trying to brand yourself, you are trying to make an impression, because listen, your brand is not as worthy as the perception you are trying to create. Okay, I mean, your brand is as worthy as the perception you are trying to create. So what I mean by that is this. Listen, branding is about how people perceive you. So if let's say you are not being able to project the image that you want to be able to create that specific brand, then you're not branding yourself. Okay, I don't know if you are getting what I'm trying to say. And is anybody getting me? Is anybody getting me? Please let me know if you're getting me. Is anybody getting me? Let me know if you are getting me. So what I mean simply is that, now let me break it down. What I mean simply is that when you're trying to brand yourself, even if you're trying to wear your coat and all of that, you're trying to create an impression in the minds of others that, okay, you are this person, you are positioned this way, you're a business person or you're a career person, whatever you may be. You're trying to create an impression to whoever you are trying to influence with your brand. So the thing is that it's about projecting your genuine self. It's not just about doing anything. You see, a lot of people try to build lies. Their personal brand is lies. They dress as if they are rich, but they are not rich. So it's about projecting your genuine self, okay, to be able to create a specific desired impression in the minds of others. So the thing about building a great personal brand is that, number one, you have to make sure that your genuine self is worthy to be perceived in a very good way. So you have to be able to create your genuine self or work on yourself. So if you see that for you, your genuine self is not worthy enough to create a striking impression in the minds of others, then you have to work on yourself. So personal branding is about doing the eternal work first. When you can do the eternal work, the external work will show the results. Mm, Somebody say Somebody in the chat say okay. I want you to look at this carefully, okay? So when you do the internal work, the external results will show. That is what personal branding is all about. So now, even though it's also about projections, also about positioning, how you can position yourself in the market, okay, or how you can position yourself. So after you project yourself, your projection will by all means position you. So once you project yourself correctly to create that perception in the minds of others, it's going to position you in a way that that can attract opportunities for you. Now I want to ask, what are some of the things that some of you do? And please let me know what you do, what your professions are. If you're a career person, let me know. If whatever you do, please let me know. Drop it in the comment section so that I'm going to tailor the rest of the presentation so that it could fit whatever industry you may be in. Okay, so let's move from that. Okay, let's go on that tangent. All right. So please let me know. Please let me know what industry or where you work or what you do. I want to know. So I'm going to help you to build a personal brand, because listen, today is about the 4 ingredients that you need to be able to build, scale, and monetize your personal brand. Listen, it's just not enough to build your personal brand. I'm going to show you how to monetize it. How many of you will want to learn how to monetize your personal brand? How many of you? Let me know. How many of you? Okay, so Chidima is into baking. So I guess you are in the catering industry. Great, fantastic. Today you're going to learn a lot, okay? Chidima is in the baking, is in the catering industry. I want to see you at least one more person, and then I move on. One more person, and then I move on. Okay, so Chidima is in the baking industry. Okay, let me just, because of time, let me move on quickly. Okay, so when somebody else adds their thing, then I continue. All right, now let's look at this. Believe me. Now, for anybody listening to me, okay, real estate industry, music industry, okay, let's get in. Okay, so I'm going to tailor the rest of presentation towards you guys. All right. Now, I want you to understand that personal branding is the secret to modern day success. Listen, Mr. Obina didn't just pick me as a normal person to come and speak to you. Later in the presentation, you see some of my results. I'm not just a regular person come to talk to you about personal branding. I am the I'm one of the embodiments of it. Okay. I've been able to understand, and I did and built my personal brand within a short time. Even less than 12 months, I was able to build, scale it, and monetize it. So I'm going to show you something that is going to work for you. So I want you to understand that this is not going to be a regular conversation where people are speaking from a theoretical perspective. No, this is going to be practical. Okay, I want you to understand first of all that personal branding is the secret to modern day success. Okay, personal branding is the secret to modern day success. Now listen, look at all the people. All right, look at Bill Gates, look at Microsoft. A lot of people started to patronize Microsoft. Listen, let's say Microsoft's name was really hinged on Bill Gates. Bill Gates' story was one of the things that also grew Microsoft, because anytime you talk about Microsoft, Bill Gates' name some way somehow comes into mind. That is personal branding. So this is one of the things that people don't tell you, is that you can use your personal brand to leverage and build your business. So let's look at Dangote. Dangote Cement. He has a cement company, but his personal brand is building his company. Because whenever people know Dangote and they want to patronize his service, or they want to patronize his product, his company. Do you understand me? Let's even look at things like Tesla. Tesla is owned by Elon Musk, but because of his personal brand, is scaling his company at the same time. So whatever you do, whether it's logistics, whether you're into real estate, whether you're into music, whether you're into baking, you are cooking, your personal brand alone, if you can build it, okay, if you can build your personal brand, it's going to automatically scale your business if you do it the right way. Are you all seeing the sense in it? I've given you Bill Gates. I have given you I have given you Elon Musk. I've given you Dangote. I can mention more people. I can mention Richard Branson. I can mention so many. Even look at the person who look at the convener of this event. A lot of you may be patronizing from Ophel Consults because of Obina Enoch. Do you understand me? So it's not just the corporate name that is doing the magic, but the personal brand that is attached to it can scale things for you. So I want you to understand that personal branding is the secret to modern day success. I'm about to teach all of you some real tricks here. Okay, so personal branding is the secret to modern day success. Now let me show you something. All right, how many of you know this flag? How many of you? Because well, you guys were Nigerians, I decided to show this. Okay, how many of you know this flag? How many of you? You guys are Nigerians. So this I made this presentation tailored for all of you. So it was direct. This was a new thing that I did from scratch. I could have picked any of my old presentations. I'm a sought after public speaker. I'm speaking at different places. Tomorrow I have two speaking engagements. Okay. I'm speaking this week. I've already spoken at another place. Okay. So I want you to understand that I'm a sought after speaker. I could have done something. I could have picked one of my old presentations, but I decided to make one just for you guys, and it's because of Obina and our relationship. Okay, I want you to understand. I want all of you to be able to understand how to build, scale, and monetize your personal brand. How many of you know this logo or this flag or this? How many of you? I want to see more, because this is you put this is your country. This is your things. These are your things. Really, these are your things. Okay. How many of you? So okay, Iconium music. Okay, Chidema knows it. Okay, so how many of you? Okay, now how many of you voted for this party? That's like, how many of you used to vote for this party? Or no, no, let me do this instead. Let me move here. Okay, you guys know this, but do you guys know this guy? Do you guys know this guy? Do you all know this guy? Do all of you know this guy? Because I know you guys love him. All right. So you know Labour Party, but you also know Peter Obi. Okay. Listen, I can bet most of you. How? Okay, I want to ask a question because you guys are Nigerians. How many of you used to vote for Labour Party until this guy came into the picture? Before he came into the picture, how many of you guys were voting for Labour Party? How many of you guys? I want to know. How many of you guys? If you didn't vote for Labour Party before Peter Obi, say I didn't vote. If you, how many of you used to vote for Labour Party before Peter Obi came into the picture? How many of you? Please let me know. How many of you? I'll wait until somebody says something. How many of you? How many of you used to vote? Okay. How many of you used to vote for? Okay. Joel says PDP. How many of you used to vote for PDP? How many? Okay, Rita Kelly said not really. Listen, a lot of people were not really patronizing them because I've looked. I'm not Nigerian, but I've looked at the news and I've looked at all of these things. But when a personal brand came into the picture, because of the story of his brand that he has sold, and because of all those things, his personal brand caused people to vote for their party. Are you with me? Listen, even with elections, people don't even really vote for the party. People vote for the person there. A lot of people voted for Barack Obama because of his personality, his personal brand. Let me tell you that I told you before, and let me show you that slide again. I said personal branding is the secret to modern day success. It's not just even modern day, it has been happening for so long because people want to buy into your personality. So, what if I can show you how to build and scale and build your personality and your personal brand to the extent where it's going to grow different areas of your life to attract opportunities for you? Are you now seeing the picture? See, these are the things that all of these people understand that you do not understand. These are some of the things that Bill Gates understand. Even look at Apple and Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was one of the started to patronize Apple more just because of Steve Jobs. Whenever you talk about Apple, one of the people that comes to your mind is Steve Jobs. Are you with me? And Apple is $1 trillion company. Listen, let me tell you something. This is what the people won't tell you at the top. Because personal brands is the key, is the secret to modern day success. It's a mystery in its own. So today we are going to unveil and unravel everything about it. Now let's move on. Let's move on. Okay. Okay. Now the thing is that how many of you here too have been told have been they tell you that okay, go and build a personal brand, but you do not know how to do it. How many of you? Because for me, before I started to build a personal brand, people were always saying you have to build a personal brand. You have to build a personal brand. But you're not telling me how to do it or the ingredients that I can that is going to make me one of the most sought after people or most sought after personal brands. You're not telling me. So today, even though people have been telling you to try and do it, today I'm going to show you how to do it. But instead of showing you all the things to do and step by step, because to be honest, the time that I have over here, I cannot show you everything because listen, some of the things that I've learned, I had to learn them for months. Okay, but I'm going to show you the ingredients that you need to be able once you put those ingredients together, you can find your own steps and then you'll be able to climb the personal branding ladder. So I'm going to show you the 4 ingredients. Today we are going to make magic. All right. So now let's look at this. All right. With these 4 things, you're going to build a successful personal brand. Number one thing, and I want all of you to write this down: a rented digital platform. A rented digital platform. A rented digital platform. A rented digital platform. Now, why am I using the word rented? I'm going to show you. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm a digital strategist. Okay, so I'm a public speaker. I speak on all of these things. So I don't want to get too technical on some stuff, but I just want to explain the concept of this first. I said a rented digital platform. A rented digital platform. Please write this down. If you don't write this down, you are going to miss this whole thing. Okay, you're going to miss everything. And the thing is that don't just write the points, write the context of what I'm saying. Because if you do not write the context and the points and certain things that I may say after, you will not understand what it means when you go back to your notes to try and make a reference. Even if I share these slides with you, you will not understand it. Okay, so a rented digital platform. Now, what I mean by this is this. Listen, all the social media apps that you are on, whether be it Facebook, whether be it Instagram, whether be it TikTok, whether be it, I don't know, LinkedIn, my favorite. Okay, LinkedIn. Whether be it LinkedIn. How many of you here are on LinkedIn, by the way? How many of you here are on LinkedIn? Please let me know. How many of you here are on LinkedIn? If you're on LinkedIn, please let me know. How many of you here are on LinkedIn? Today you understand why you need LinkedIn. Okay, so a rented digital platform. Now all of those social media apps that you see, listen, if one day the app shuts down, let's say Facebook shuts down, you have no control over the audience you built over there. Okay, so what you are basically doing is that all the followers that you are growing on social media, and you are growing on all these different social media apps and all these digital platforms, is rented. Because if the platform shuts down today, all those audiences, all everything that you've built, everything that once it shuts down is all gone. Bam. So you are only renting their space. Maybe you may not be paying for it, but you are there. Okay, maybe you're even paying for it in the different forms. I don't want to go into that. But basically, that platform is not for you. It is for a company, it's for somebody, it's somebody's idea, it's a rented digital platform. So there's something in the internet marketing space or in the internet space. There's something called a rented digital platform. There's something called an owned digital platform. Now, an owned digital platform is when you can build an email list. Okay, because now you have the email list, you have all the audiences that you want, and you can decide what content to show them. Right now on a platform, let's say, because the platform is not yours, if you put some certain type of contents there, Elon Musk can wake up and say, I don't want your content on my Twitter platform, so I'm removing you. It's not, and you cannot say anything about it because it is not your platform. They make the terms, they make the agreements. Okay, so it's not your platform, it's rented. It's a rented digital platform. People don't understand the concept of this. I want to help you understand it. Okay, so this is the number one thing that you need. So in trying to build a platform, or in trying to build your personal brand, you need to be able to leverage on these rented digital platforms. Now the only reason why you may need to leverage on them is that a lot of these platforms already have a pool of people. So for example, LinkedIn has over 950 million members. Can you think about it? And for LinkedIn, their platform is even saturated, or is even concentrated with with very professional people, with corporate people, with decision makers of companies that can really patronize whatever you are selling. Listen, whether be it a cake, whether be it real estate, on LinkedIn you have people who are the ones who are working in all these corporations. Those are the people who actually have the money to buy your stuff. So it's like a concentrated place. Maybe you are trying to sell houses, but if you're not leveraging on one of these platforms, then it's going to be hard for you. So on building, when you're trying to build your personal brand, you need to leverage on a rented digital platform. Now from the rented digital platform, you can use it to build your email list, and your email list is your own digital platform. Now I don't want to get too much into that. I could have, if I had time, I would show you how to build an owned digital platform easily. For me, I've built an old digital platform, and I continue to build an own digital platform every day on my digital rented digital platforms. Okay, but basically, if you want to build a brand, a personal brand in the 21st century, as at now, maybe in some decades to come or some centuries, you may not need a rented digital platform. But as at now, currently, as we are speaking, in the year 2023 and some few years beyond, you will need to leverage on a rented digital platform. You will need it because they already provide you with a platform of people. So remember, I said in the definition of personal branding that is about projecting your genuine self to be able to create a specific impression in the minds of others. So now a digital platform provides you with the others. Now you have to bring yourself to the platform so that you can create that impression. So all you do is that you leverage on their platform to create the impression to the people who are already existing on the platform. Oh, some of you are missing the point. Some of you are missing the points. Some of you are missing the point. Some of you are missing the point right now. Some of you, I know some of you are missing it, but if you can see the light in it, just say yes. Say yes, I can see the lights. Type yes, I can see the lights. Or you can just type lights in the comment section. Type light. Listen, if you can see the light in this, you understand that this is one of the most powerful concepts you can understand when it comes to personal branding. So you need a platform. So listen, if so, the thing is that how can you now build on a platform? That is the question. So that's why I made it the number one thing, because listen, when it comes to personal brand, I could go into the very first steps of your authenticity and all of that, but I don't want to go into that. I want to show you the real stuff that you may need, so that after that you can do the own work on yourself to be able to present your value on these platforms. Okay, so you need to be able to, you don't just come to these digital platforms empty handed, you have to come with value. Okay, so I'll move on to that in latter point and all of that. Okay, so but you need to understand that you need a digital platform, and you need a platform where you can build. You need to be able to build. So you have to build an audience on these platforms. And once you can build an audience on these platforms and do all of these things, all right, you can be able to build a successful personal brand. Now, I want you to understand that personal branding is not just online based. Okay, you can build a personal brand offline, but to be honest, for people like you and I, the best thing for us is that we should be able to leverage on the platform. That's why Bill Gates is one of the most followed people on social media. Okay, because he has leverage on the platform. A lot of people like Hilda Bassi, I saw, and the first speaker used the example of Hilda Bassi. She has built a digital platform. Maybe she used an offline brand to build an online brand, but at least on online she has a good amount of audience. She has built and leveraged on the rented digital platform to promote herself. Now she's at the top. So now the question lies on you, or the question I put this question to you is that how can you leverage this rented digital platform to be able to promote you, your business, and your vision and your goals? Okay, let's move on. All right. So I want you to understand. So I want to say this now. Listen, currently, as we are speaking, and for some time to come, for a very long time, LinkedIn will be the best platform you will need. People won't understand. A lot of you may be stuck on Facebook or stuck on Instagram. Listen, if you want to build one of the most successful personal brands currently, you have to be on LinkedIn. I'll explain. I'll explain. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Are you guys ready? Now, how many of you here know this guy, or how many of you here have seen this guy before? If you don't know him, his name is Gary V, popularly known as Gary V, but his full name is Gary Vaynerchuk. Now, he's one of the listen. When it comes to social media and all this internet, can't see he has 10 million followers on Instagram. This guy is one of the most sought after people. Like, he's an investor even in Facebook and Twitter. He's an investor over there. So it should help you understand what type of person he is. He has insider information when it comes to social media. He listen, this guy predicted BlackBerry's downfall before they fell down and they lost their business. He predicted, he was one of the first people to do that. He predicted their downfall. because he understands everything about all this internet space and all these technology stuff. He's one of the brightest guys, Gary V. And this is what Gary V said. Listen, Gary V was saying that right now, among all the social media apps, LinkedIn is like Facebook in 2014. Now, what that means is that currently the organic reach of LinkedIn is massive. So that means that you can build a personal brand, come on there, and then leverage the current height of the organic reach that exists on LinkedIn, and then you can build a fast personal brand. Like, you can be able to present your value on there, and then you build your personal brand in no time, little to no time. That's what Gary Vee was saying. He said it in the keynotes. And he's a very smart guy, somebody who has insider knowledge, somebody who predicted BlackBerry's downfall, somebody who's an investor even in those Facebook and Twitter. Why would he speak for another platform? Because he knows right now the power of that platform. And listen, the thing is that LinkedIn is concentrated with all the people that you need to really buy whatever you are selling. Listen, you may have listen, whatever business you may want, even if you want an extra job, okay, or if you want, listen, everything that you want exists on LinkedIn right now. Trust me. Now, the thing about LinkedIn is that they've moved. A lot of people see LinkedIn to be a place for jobs, but right now is a content creation platform now. Listen, people are putting out content that is doing well, content that is going far, and they are making the money and leaving you out of the equation. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, even Peter Obi came on LinkedIn when he saw the power of it during the election. So you are missing out if you are not on LinkedIn or if you are not leveraging on LinkedIn. How many of you here are on LinkedIn? Please let me know. How many of you here are on LinkedIn already? All right. So this is what Gary V said. So just that so that it doesn't seem like I'm telling a lie, because I want you guys to see it. This is from his website. And if you want to see more about this thing, I could always share the link with you. So he said LinkedIn marketing is something I really believe. And this was even at 2019. Right now, currently, I promise you the reach of LinkedIn is higher than that time, far higher. And he said LinkedIn has transformed so much as a platform. It used to be for job seekers some years ago. People will post resumes and collect to people they knew and no one else. But now it has become a platform for content, or has become more of a content platform. People share updates, articles, and interact with. And he said something at the ending part, if you can see, and he said because the platform is relatively still early and they've made the reach insanely high. Listen, right now, if you want to be able to promote your business, I don't care whether it's baking, I don't care whether it's music, come on LinkedIn and be able to leverage the platform. Now, he said it is where Facebook was 5, 7 years ago. Now, listen, a lot of you who don't know, but a lot of the people who are big on Facebook right now, like very, very big, they leverage on the insane reach of Facebook at the time. So right now, LinkedIn is now at that period of time where it has that insane reach. So if you can leverage it right now before it goes away, you will be one of the stars. Now let's move on onto how we can build our thing. And I want you to look here carefully, all right? So for those of you, now this is me, Parkwesi Folsom, the person speaking to you right now. This is a gift I got from LinkedIn themselves, the company. This is like Facebook sending you a gift. Imagine Facebook sending, this is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is one of the world's biggest social media apps. Okay, they sent me a gift. Me, I'm here in Ghana, in Africa. They sent me a gift. Now they just didn't send me a gift because my face is nice, so the way I speak is different from some other people, or because I'm wearing a gold ring. Not because of any of that, okay, but it's because I am one of their insiders. So I understand things that are already inside of LinkedIn, like things that they don't disclose to the public. There are only a few people that they disclose certain things. Maybe they have come to release a certain particular update, or there's a change in the algorithm. I will get the knowledge and you will just be left in the dark. So LinkedIn has invited me into a special network full of that. So that's why they sent me the gift. So I have in-depth knowledge on how to be able to leverage the platform. So you guys are not just speaking to some ordinary guy. No, 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 no. You are speaking to one of the people that can help you transform and build a personal brand that is very successful. Are you guys excited already? If you're excited, let me know, because you don't right now. I want you to know that you don't just have somebody who is just there blabbing his mouth. This is verified. He's a certified guy, certified. Okay, so I'm one of their few certified insiders. Okay, now number two thing you need in trying now, you remember I said the first ingredient that you need to be able to build and scale and monetize your personal brand is a rented digital platform. Number two thing that you need is credibility and ability. Now listen to me. You don't just come to a digital platform with no value. Okay, you have to bring value. Now value in itself is not enough. You have to be able to have some form of credibility. Listen, when we are talking about credibility and ability, I want you to understand that trust has now been brought into the equation. People will not do business with you until there's some level of trust. Listen, how many of you here will do business with a page on Instagram or Facebook, and and let's say they don't have a profile picture, they've not written anything, all they have are pictures of their products? How many of you will buy from a page like that? Because you will not buy because you think it's a scam. You have to be able to leverage on those digital platforms to establish your credibility. Now, credibility may not only involve optimizing your social media profiles, but it involves coming to help, but it involves coming to allow people on the digital platform see that you are a credible source. Okay, so if you are a coach, if you are a baker, if you're a real estate person, how can people now see that? Okay, how can people now, let me see what who said he was into real estate. Let me look quickly. Okay, now Ebenezer said he was into logistics. How can people see that you were a trusted logistics person? Do you have any certificates? Do you have any what do you have? Is your business registered? How can you project your credibility onto the platform? Also, how can you project your ability on the platform? Okay, so on the rented digital platform, this is what you do. You're supposed to project your credibility, let people know that you are credible. And if people know that you are credible, then it's going to allow you to be able to leverage, and people will now trust you. And once they can trust you, they can do some amount of business with you. Okay, so it's not just about even providing all your certificates and all of that. It's about showing people that you have the ability to do what you say. A lot of people on social media say things, but they cannot do what they say. So, number two thing that you need to be able to build a successful personal brand is that you need to be able to show people that you are credible, and you need to be able to show people that you have the ability to do what you say. Okay, if you say you're a public speaker or you're a business coach, do you have the ability to transform somebody's business? Have you done it in the past? Let us know. Show us your credibility. Okay, so it's not just even about all of that and all the certificates and all of that. Certificates and all of that matter, but sometimes all you need to do is to be able to do this optimization. Okay, how can you, so listen, this is about profile optimization. Okay, now on LinkedIn, I'm narrowing down on LinkedIn. Okay, so all of you, because I mentioned that LinkedIn is the platform that you may need right now. So a lot of you, I know all of you are already on Facebook and all of those things. I want to show you how you can leverage LinkedIn, one of the most powerful platforms. Okay, but you can also optimize your Facebook profile and your Instagram profile and all of that. Today I don't want to talk too much about that, because those are those are platforms that people already can even understand on the general surface. But when it comes to delicate platforms like LinkedIn, and those platforms have that can literally change your business, that can literally bolster your personal brand or expand your personal brand, then you need to understand something called optimization. Now, optimization is basically filling all the parts of your profile on LinkedIn or on social media to be able to show who you are and show what you can do. Can you write that down? To be able to show who you are and show what you can do. To be able to show who you are and show what you can do. To be able to show who you are and what you can do. So you have to be able to optimize your profile. Okay, now this is where all of the external things can come, where you can write. So when you optimize your profile, listen, now LinkedIn has, I want to show you. So if you're not on LinkedIn, please try and get to your LinkedIn page back. Now LinkedIn has this thing where you can write a headline section and you can write an about section, so you can literally tell people what you do and you can talk about your business extensively. So it shows your experience, it shows all of these things and how to so if you can leverage on your social media platforms and then you use your page to be able to establish credibility by writing all of these things, then you can be able to build your personal brand. So you have to let your social media page properly showcase you. So optimization is about letting your social media platform properly showcase you. Okay, can you also write that down? Optimization is about letting your social media platform properly showcase you. Okay, so I'm learning that my time is getting over, so I'm going to move quickly. Now, listen, when I was building a personal brand and it came to all of my optimization and things, this is what personal brand could do for me. A personal brand could allow me to even start speaking with some of the great people. So now you can see me. Now, this is me, okay? I was just a normal person, okay? But when I started to build my personal brand, when I started to establish my credibility, and I started to show people my ability, I began to speak on same stages with people from EcoBank, people from some of the biggest banks in Africa. I'm on the same stage as them only because I was able to build my personal brand and establish my credibility. So that is what you have to do. So you have to leverage on digital platforms and establish your credibility on there. You have to let your social media pages properly showcase who you are, what you do. Okay, that is the trick about the credibility. Yeah, it's supposed to show who you are, what you do, and it's supposed to be authentic. Do not fake and lie. If you do not have results yet, be patient and build results. All right. So this is me sharing stages with some great people. Now let's move on quickly. Now, number three thing that you need. Okay, number three thing, the third ingredients that you need to be able to build a personal brand, significant one, something that is going to change things for you. Number three is that you need visibility. Somebody write insane visibility. I always tell people, before I used to say something that visibility is better than ability, but some way somehow one of my friends told me that, okay, now let's look at this, and then I critically analyzed and realized that visibility is just as important as ability, because what can happen is that if you get all the visibility in the world, now let me even explain this. Okay, let me explain this quickly. Listen, if you want to build a personal brand, you need visibility. Here is why. Listen, some of you here may be the best business coaches, the best consultants. You may be the best forex trader, the best baker, the best logistics person, the person who understands logistics, or you may be the best realtor, or you may be the best whatever you may do, right? But listen, if nobody knows what you do, nobody will buy for you from you. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Listen, if nobody knows what you do, if people don't know, if enough people don't know about you, you cannot make enough money. Am I lying? Listen, listen. Somebody somewhere who may not be as may not be as good as you, who may not have the type of knowledge that you have. If the person has visibility, the person is going to take all of your clients, and you will be there with no clients. That is the and visibility is the only reason why followers and a large audience is important on social media. Okay, because visibility, when once you have all these followers, then you have more visibility. Do you understand me? So it's not really so people so social so followers are not just for your own ego. No, 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 it's for visibility. A lot of people do not understand this. Okay, people do not understand this insane visibility. I'm not just talking about visibility. If you want to build a personal brand that can allow you to make a lot of money, or a personal brand that can scale your business, a personal brand that can attract opportunities for you, you don't just need ordinary visibility. Oh, you don't just need people to see who you are. Oh, you need insane. It should be crazy. You should be focusing your energy on trying to get a lot of audience. You should be focusing your energy on trying to build more people who are going to see your product. Because listen, think about it. Why is it that most of the most popular products in the world, like let's say like Microsoft, or what like Apple, or like Samsung, or all of those big let's say those football clubs like Chelsea or Manchester United, all of those things, when you check their social media pages, they have a lot of followers. Why? Because it's insane visibility. All those businesses need it. They need, it's not because of that, because like visibility will grow you. Once you have credibility, the next thing that you need in the equation, the next ingredient that you need is visibility. People need to see who you are. Like I want to put this in your head. People need to see who you are. So you may be the best at something, but if nobody knows you for that thing, forget it. Forget it. Forget, your money is gone. You'll be broke. Are you with me? Or are you with me? Listen, I repeat, you can be the best person at real estate. You can be somebody who understands houses. You can understand the leakages, the building, how buildings are built. You can be somebody who understands the outworkings of business. But if nobody knows what you do, forget it. Oh, forget it. That is the reason why people do. That's the reason why people set up websites, because they need more visibility. That is the reason why people even purchase offices in certain strategic areas, because they need visibility. Visibility will scale your business. Visibility will allow you to be able to do more. Visibility will attract opportunities for you, open doors for you. I am in Ghana, but how come I'm speaking with Nigerians on the same stage over here? It's because of visibility. We are in two different geographical locations, but how did I get seen? Visibility. Are you with me? Visibility can do anything for you. It can open more doors for you. So I want you to understand the next thing that you need is visibility. Insane visibility. Listen, now the question for a lot of us is that how can we be able to build or get the insane visibility? That's a question for the gods. But I want you to understand. For me, what happened was that I spent time. Listen, after I knew that I was credible, after I found the platform that I wanted to grow. So I wanted to grow on LinkedIn. LinkedIn was because I listened to Gary V. And when he spoke about the platform and LinkedIn having all this high organic reach, I was like, okay, now I want to build on LinkedIn. I was like, no, I have to build on LinkedIn. So I was thinking, okay, if I want to build on LinkedIn, I have to optimize my profile and show my credibility and show my ability. So I did that. Now the next thing that my energy was focused on was on insane visibility. That was the third step. How can I get visibility? I listen. I tried to figure out how to do this for so long, and I found the magic potion. Listen, now look at this. Look at this. When I found the magic potion, look at me. This is when I started. This is my LinkedIn profile. Are you all watching me? If you can see this, say yes. Yes. This was my LinkedIn profile. When I did not understand visibility, when I did not understand visibility, or I did not know that I needed visibility, I did not know that visibility will open. I was a public speaker already. I was doing public speaking, but I was not getting enough stages. I was a public speaker already. I had started one of my little businesses, but without visibility, I could not grow the business. This was me. I had only 205 connections. In other words, I had like 205 followers. Connections and followers are not the same thing necessarily, but it's like that. It's basically almost the same thing. They are similar. Okay, so I had about 205 followers. So just let's say followers. Okay, 205 followers. Look at this. But when I understood that I needed insane visibility, this is what happened to me. I found out how to do it, and this was me. Within 12, within a period of like almost a year, like within 12 months, only 12 months, I had built from from 205 to 14,000 followers. So listen, when I'm talking about these things, I'm not just like some other person telling you things that are not practical. No, 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 no. I will not lie to you. I am coming to tell you things that are going to work for you. Are you guys here? Are you guys here? So after I rented digital platform, you need credibility, you need insane visibility. I moved from 205 when I understood that no, I need visibility for my business. Now the question was, how am I going to find visibility? Listen, I wish I could show you all the visibility strategies right now. I wish I could show you all of it. I wish I could show you all of it, but time may not permit me. But I moved from 205 to 14,000 because I understood that insane visibility. And now listen to me, I've been able to do a lot. I've been able to speak and train different companies because visibility allowed my gift to be shown. So no matter the gift that you have, no matter the things that you have, no matter the type of skill sets that you have, no matter the type of the trainings that you pay for, you can do leadership training and all of those things. You can have all the skills, graphic design. But if people do not know who you are, oh, please forget making money. Forget it. Put in your pockets. Maybe you can make money, but you cannot make a lot. You cannot be a star because you need to get visibility. Visibility is the game. Now, after visibility, this is what you need. All right. Okay. Now I want to show you something. Okay. I now I wanted to show you this. So this is one guy. He's called Anthony Onyedao on LinkedIn. Okay, so he came from one of my LinkedIn trainings. And then what happened was that he was looking for a job. And after I showed him a few visibility strategies, all of a sudden, bam. Listen, within 3 hours, we finished the session. We finished the session. It was a one time session, but that session is the most people always tell me that why don't we always pay more for this session? Listen, after a few hours after the session, he got a firm interested in his line of jobs already. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, with visibility, he went from unemployed to people looking for him. He did not look for the people. Are you guys listening to me? Visibility will do anything for you, I promise you. Now let me move on. Now after visibility, this is what you need. After visibility, this is what you need. This is what will change everything for you. Something called attention. Now, visibility and attention are not the same thing, even though a lot of people always don't understand the difference. Okay, attention is when you have the focus of people. Listen, the Latin word for the word attention is attentionem. Listen, if you don't know who I am, I am also an etymology enthusiast, and etymology is the study of the origin of words. So attention, the Latin word for attention is attentionem, and attentionem means some pay heed to, or pay heed to. And another word for heed is focus. So how can you get the focus of people? When you're trying to build a personal brand, you have to learn how to buy people's focus. If you can buy people's focus, you can do a lot of things. Because listen, once you have visibility is like now you're exposed. Now you have the audience. But if you do not have the audience's attention, you cannot build a successful personal brand. So personal branding is all about attention management. Attention is the secret, is a currency on social media. If you have attention, you are unstoppable. Now I want to move on quickly. Now, how do you get attention? You get it through something called content. Some of you are too scared to be able to put material out there. You know a lot, but you're not putting things on your social media platforms. So even on LinkedIn, you are not putting things on your LinkedIn because you don't understand. You don't understand that content gives you the attention you want. You need it. So you need to start posting content. Now, not just content, you need something. Listen, I want to help you understand something. I want to help you understand something. There's a secret to monetizing from attention, and the secret to monetizing from attention is content. But it's not just any type of content. It's something called this content marketing. Content marketing. Now, I know a lot of you are getting value right now. I know for sure. Content marketing. Now, what is content marketing? It is basically leveraging content marketing is basically leveraging on your content to be able to educate, inspire, or entertain people. At the same time, people are learning more about your craft. So it's an amalgamation of using your content to indirectly promote yourself. Okay, so content marketing. Uh, People have different definitions for content marketing, and I mean that's fine. But if you want to monetize from the attention, you've gotten attention. You first of all, number one, you've used the digital platform. Okay, that's the first ingredient. You are leveraging on the rented digital platform. Number two, you've built your credibility and you've showed people your value, your ability. Then number three, you've gotten the visibility. Number four, you have the attention. How do you now monetize from the attention? You need something called content marketing. Because content, first of all, will take control of their focus. I told you that attention is it comes from the Latin word known as attentionem. Attentionem means pay heed to. Another word for heed is focus. So content will allow you to get the focus of people. Now, with the focus of people, you have to do content marketing if you want to be able to make money. Now, when it comes to content marketing, there are three parts that you need to be able to leverage on. Okay, I'll move on to this later. There are three parts that you need to leverage on: the hook, the body, the CTA. Can you write this down? The hook, the body, the CTA. I'm showing a lot of stuff, and my time is running out, so I have to be able to rush through everything. To be honest, I would have loved to show you a lot of things, but I have to be running. I have to go very soon. Okay. So the hook, body, CTA. Now, a hook is what is going to attract people to come and see your content. So listen, the reason why I highlighted and made it yellow is that because whatever you put in the body of your content does not matter until you have a very great hook. Okay. Now let me move on quickly. Okay. Um. All right. Now, if you want to be able to monetize your personal brand, there are several ways, but I'm going to show you one way, just one way, and it's an economic framework to monetizing. All right. It is called the knowledge economy. Listen, I wish I could listen. It's called the knowledge economy. Somebody writes knowledge economy. Now, the knowledge economy is an economic system whereby the production and the consumption is knowledge based. So the production and consumption is knowledge based. So it's like me right now, I'm giving you knowledge. So people can actually even pay for the knowledge that I have. But how can I make a product out of the knowledge? So that is where the entire economic framework comes, where people are now putting structures on how to make products out of knowledge. So some of the things that you can do are things like ebooks, and you can do all of these. There are different types, and I don't want to go into that because if I show all of you, I won't finish right now. Okay, but I want you to understand that your knowledge that you have, whether it's knowledge on baking, knowledge on real estate, knowledge on anything, there's an economic framework where you can make products and host them on places where you can be able to sell your knowledge to make money from your personal brand. Because listen, your personal brand is about you. So right now, if Peter Obi was to make a digital product, a lot of people will buy it because of his personal brand. So if you want to leverage on the personal brand, you want to leverage on the visibility, you want to leverage on the attention, you want to leverage on all of these things, you need a supporting economic framework. And trust me, this is only one of the ways to monetize your personal brand. Though. One. There are different things I would have showed you, but because of time, I will not be able to show you all of this. Okay, so I hope you can bear with me, because I really wish I could show you everything, but at least I'll be able to show you a lot of things. I've showed you the 4 ingredients. Now, how to monetize, I'm giving you one way: the knowledge economy. The knowledge economy. How can you be able to make sure that your knowledge, or the knowledge that is already attached to your personal brand? Because if people already know you for logistics, then people may want to know maybe things about the logistics industry, maybe insider information, maybe even if it's logistics, or maybe you're into shipping, and you want people to understand how to be able to properly document their businesses, or documents their stuff to be able to do successful importation. You can put that in an ebook and sell it. If you are into real estate, people don't know how to buy houses, people don't know what to look for, put in an ebook and sell it. The knowledge economy. Are you with me? The knowledge economy. Now, the thing is that you are really helping people. You're not just making money, you are helping people. You are helping people. So yeah, you're trying to save people from the stress. Are you with me? So this is just one way to monetize. Okay, it's just one way. Just one way. But then the thing is that if you don't do it with the idea of solving the problem, you can't have a successful um economic framework with this, because you're supposed to really solve a problem. You have to spot a problem and solve it. Okay, now let me move on. All right. So through attention and all of that, this is one big company in Ghana, one of the biggest real estate companies in Ghana. In fact, if you come to Ghana, the most the prime space, you see this is one of the biggest buildings there. And I was able to train the real estate company, and it's because I was able to build my personal brand using these 4 ingredients. That is, I used the rented digital platform, I got my visibility, I built my credibility, and I was able to get the attention. Okay? All right. So, number one, these are the four ingredients: a rented digital platform, a credibility. You need insane visibility, not just visibility, insane. You need attention. I know a lot of you are getting too much value, and to be honest, I wish I could show you the real strategies to be able to help you from 1 to Z, especially using LinkedIn. Okay. All right. Now let me move on quickly. Now, okay, let me do this quickly. Now, this guy, how many of you know this guy here, Tony Elumelu? Because you guys are Nigerians, you may know him. Now, this guy here, he's called Emmanuel Induka. What he did was that he leveraged on LinkedIn's platform to build a personal brand for himself. He built a personal brand to the extent where, you see what I was trying to tell you about LinkedIn. LinkedIn's organic reach, and LinkedIn is concentrated with all these corporate people. So if you want to meet some of these corporate people who can help you, LinkedIn is the best place for you. He was able to he was a nobody. He was able to build his personal brand. He has become a prominent person, and he was able to meet his role model, which is Tony Elumelu. So why are you sleeping on LinkedIn, mister? Why are you not using LinkedIn to be able to get your visibility, your attention, and even monetize from there? Okay, now let's move on quickly. Now, I knew that because when I was starting, when I was coming here, I had only a few minutes. Obina told me, I was sharing the stage with about 4 other speakers or 3 other speakers. Okay, so I could not show you everything. So I decided that, okay, I'll let me make an offer to all of you so that you guys can learn from me later. Okay, you guys can learn from me later. How many of you want to learn from me later? Please let me know. You want to learn how the real stuff. I showed you how I grew from 205 to 14,000. Okay, now please know that this offer is not for everyone, and of course, it's going to cost some money, but it's not for anyone. It's not for everyone. It's for people who truly want to build a winning personal brand. Listen, personal brand, I told you, is the secret to modern day success. People, and I want to even show you how to do it specifically on LinkedIn, because I've been able to do it on LinkedIn. And very soon I'm going to move on to other platforms and I'll conquer those platforms, because I have these 4 ingredients. If you can understand these 4 ingredients, you can build anywhere else. But I want to show you how to do on LinkedIn. There are very specific strategies. Now I want all of you, now of course I don't have enough time, so I put this offer together just for you. Trust me, it was just for you. I already have my stuff that I already do, and I already have my products and everything. But I wanted to make a special offer just for you guys. Okay, now this is the offer. Let me do it quickly because my time is up. Now, there's a book that I have. Remember, I spoke about content marketing. There are 3 parts. There's a hook, a body, a CTA. I made an ebook that is called 30 Insane Hook Templates for LinkedIn. Listen, without a hook, people will not see your content. Without a hook, people will not see your content. Okay? Without a hook, people will not see your content. Now, I am selling this book, okay? This book alone is 15,000 naira for those of you that want to buy it. Because listen, there was this right now. Look at. Let me show you something, okay? This book I'm selling for 15,000 naira so far. This is my seller. I took a screenshot of it to show you guys, so you know people. About 93 people have bought it, and I released it only last month already. Listen, there was this one person who bought the book, and then she went to invite 5 of her friends to buy the same book because it was so good that she was able to use these things to be able to attract people to purchase from her. I'm selling it for 15,000 naira. Okay, just this one ebook. All right. Okay, now quick one. I'm also, if you want to learn how to start on LinkedIn, you need this ebook. Trust me, I suffered a long time on LinkedIn. I showed you my page. I had 205 connections, 205 followers. I suffered for a long time until I found out some certain secrets. If you want to learn how to start your page, just start, build and optimize your profile. You need this. It's only 5,000 naira. If you want it, you can contact Obina. You will try and get you to me. And this is the last one. It's called LinkedIn Accelerator Session. Now, listen, you saw that I moved from 205 connections to 14,000 followers. I'm going to show you how you can get visibility, insane visibility. I've done it for myself. I moved from 200 followers to 14,000 within 12 months. I can show you how to do the same. Easy, 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 easy. I can do that with a snap of a finger. I'm not bragging. Look at this. There's this one girl, if you can see over here, she had 47 followers. After 12 days of our session together, she moved to 510 followers. And this 47 followers, she had it for over 2 years. 2 years. And I showed her how to get insane visibility. She went to 510. Let me move on quickly. There's this guy from Rwanda. I don't know. This picture is a bit blurred because I took it from a screenshot he sent to me. He had 563 followers with insane visibility strategies. Through my LinkedIn Accelerator program, I was able to help him move from 563 followers to 4,000 followers. And this is what he said. He said from 563 followers to 4,000 followers on LinkedIn. It took me only 4 months to achieve. Listen, I can show you how to get insane visibility. And the thing is that I couldn't have showed you all of these things right on these. I had only about 30 minutes to speak. Can you imagine? Could I have showed you everything that I've learned for months in 30 minutes? It's not possible. So I decided to put this offer just for you guys. All right. Now listen, there was this woman that she also came for my strategy. Now she woke up to a lot of followers, a lot of audience, a lot of people asking her for her stuff. She said, I woke up to this. And she texted me and she said, I haven't done even 2% of what you taught me. 2%. She didn't say 50% too. She didn't say 10%. She said 2% of what you taught me. Because listen, this is my master session. Listen, once you can get this session, you'll be able to start building things in no time. Some of you get people asking about your real estate business, your baking business, whatever you do, in no time. No time, trust me. No time. I'm showing you people so that you can see that I've done this for well over 200 people. I can show you plenty screenshots. If you finish, you can come and DM me. And the reason why I'm also showing their names is so that you can go and ask them. You can take a screenshot of it and go and ask them, please, is it true that he did this? They will say yes, because I'm not showing you fake results like what people do. I'm showing you real time results. And listen, so let me move here. Okay, so this alone, this course alone, accounts for 50,000 naira. So I have one book already. So this is 5,000 naira. This is 15,000 naira. So how many of you may want it? How many of you may want it? If you want it, please let me know. I'm already showing the prices so you can always come to me for it. And I made this. I'm in Ghana, but I have systems. I have like seller where you can easily patronize for me. So I think that's about it. And let me do this quickly. All right. So if you want all of the three for me, the session is 50,000 naira. The hook template is 15,000 naira, and my starter pack is 5,000 naira. So all of that combined, all of that combined is 70,000 naira. I know 70,000 naira, but because of this session, I decided to do a special package for all of you. So let's move on. I've cancelled it. I don't want to do 70,000 naira for you guys. How many of you guys would want to learn from me if I was able to do this for something that you could afford? How many? How many of you? I want a lot of you to learn. And listen, I'm going to have a one-time session on Sunday where you can. What I'm trying to do is that I'm going to give you the ebook, the first ebook for free. I'm going to help you. I'm going to give you my session, my LinkedIn accelerator session for only 25,000 naira. You will get all the two ebooks that I mentioned for free. And also, what will happen is that you'll be able to get my coming ebook called The Winning 14 Days Content. Listen, with this book, and I show you how to get the visibility, you'll be able to make a lot of money and start monetizing your personal brand. Believe me, I'm not trying to brag or anything. And remember, I'm one of the LinkedIn insider marketers. I can show you things that will literally work for you. I will show you. This is a cap from LinkedIn themselves. Okay, so I think that's about it. Let me just go. And so yeah, if you want this is a special. I moved it from 70,000 naira to 25,000 naira. Now I'm only taking people up to only Sunday. So if you want it right now, please text Obina so that he adds to you, who connect you to me. I'll add you to a special platform where you can make payments, and then on Sunday you have the ebooks all with you. I'm going to give you the ebooks, and I'm going to, when my upcoming ebook comes, you'll be the first to get it. I've not released it yet, but you'll be the first to get it. And then you also have my insane visibility course that help people to move from 563 followers to 4,000 followers in no time. You have it for only 25,000 naira. So that is half the price of this. So I just slashed this by half. This is a special offer I'm making just because of my friend Obina, Pastor Obina, who put the Strategic Shift Conference. I hope you've been able to learn a lot, and thank you for allowing me to speak to you and show you knowledge. I showed you the knowledge economy. I showed you different stuff. Okay, so let's just recap. So what you need, the four ingredients to build a brilliant personal brand. You need a rented digital platform. You need to build credibility. You need to build the same visibility and attention. I hope you've learned a lot. Thank you so much. My name is Park Wisi Folson. You are blessed. Thank you.
Wow, wow. What can I say to Kwesi Folsom? The best is always reserved for the last. Kwesi, you are owing me a hug, or I'm owing you a hug, honestly. Like, I'm coming to Ghana. I'm coming to Ghana. I just want to give you a very big hug to say thank you to you. Guys, what will you
You're
say to
welcome.
Kwesi Folsom? Please, if you're in this platform, what would you say to Kwesi Folsom? This is so much value, so much knowledge from Kingsley in Port Harcourt when he talked about how to actually sell your product, the best way to sell your product, to um, Nathaniel, where he talked about financial intelligence for entrepreneurs. And then myself, I spoke on building a winning business strategy. And now, time was actually a limiting factor for every one of us, honestly. I couldn't finish my slide. Though I had technical issues, yet I could not still finish my slide on developing a winning business strategy. I was supposed to talk on the market entrance strategy and then move on to market sustainability strategy, and then talked about operation strategy when you build your business. And then Kingsley could not also finish it. Nathaniel had another meeting, and then Parkway Force. We saw the way he had to actually compress and condense everything so you could get so much value. Now, this is strategic shift. And you see, one thing we have actually tried to maintain on this platform, or that I've tried and sincerely to do, is one, quality of speakers. We don't reduce the quality of speakers we bring on the platform. Everything you have heard them say is their practical story, and the truths is what they have actually said. Their practical story and the truth is what they have said. So if you need any of their materials, just chat me up, and we will get it. Okay, just chat me up and you will get it. I'm going to put up my WhatsApp number right now, so you could actually, yes, that's my direct WhatsApp line. So just chat me up on that line, and I would actually link you up to Pakwesi and every one of the other speakers, so that you could actually get their materials. Then on the designated WhatsApp group, if you are not there, chat me up so I could add you up to the designated WhatsApp group, because that's the only way you can get this 25,000 naira discount. From over $100, it has been reduced to just around less than $30. That's massive. That's massive. So you all need to jump in on this. And I must say this also, that I met Pakwesi Forson on LinkedIn also. While I was showing up, he was showing up, and then there was this meeting. But then I have really slacked. So, but Pakwesi has a lot of work to do on me when it comes to LinkedIn right now, because I
Yeah.
I have really dropped when it comes to showing up on LinkedIn and on any other social media handle, because of a lot of work that I am doing, and then studies and all of that have not really allowed me, and then ministry also. But I am coming back full time this time around, and since we have Pakwesi forcing to actually guide us this time around, we'll do it the best way this time. Okay, so before I
Yeah.
allow every one of us to go, because our time is fast spent, Pakwesi, I want to say thank you very much, thank you very much,
Welcome.
and I hope we keep doing this from time to time again.
Definitely,
Okay,
absolutely, Ovina. Absolutely. And thank you to the audience. You guys were so I love the way you responded and all of that. Thank you so much.
you're
All
welcome,
right.
Kwesi. Okay, before I allow every one of us to leave now, just a quick one before we go. I am going to actually continue my slide and my training, but if you registered for this event, you will see where I put up an offer to actually give the financial and business intelligence certificate for just 2,000 naira. Yes, if you registered for this program, you see where I talked about the financial and business intelligence certificate for just 2,000 naira. Now, I myself and a few of the other speakers would want to actually finish up our session with you privately, and also mentor you after that. But to get access to this, you actually need to actually come into the paid platform. So you need to pay the 2,000 naira for the business intelligence certificates that you weigh. You'll be able to get access to all the other offer. Now, the truth is this, is that we are not doing the money you are paying at the end of the day, honestly, is not for the value you are getting. Because if you want to be very honest and truthful, every value you got from this meeting, whatever amount we will charge you for it, will be worth it. If you were to pay like $100 for this meeting, it will be worth it. Why? Because you got value. And yes, that's truth. You got value for this meeting. So that's why you just need to ensure. Why we are doing this is because we want to ensure that you stay committed, and we want to walk you through the process, and knowing fully well that when you commit financially to some things, you are able to actually. So if you're paying from any other country, you can just let us know about that. If you're paying from the United States, or from Ghana, or from Rwanda, or from any of the other countries, just chat me up on, that's my WhatsApp number. Just add +234 to it, and you could actually save up the number and then chat me up, and you could get the financial and business intelligence certificate. And through that way, you will be able to access all the other things that we are going to be doing, because it's going to be work back to back. Then in the month of October, we are going to be having the live conference, Strategic Shifts Conference, live conference, and it's going to be very big this time around in October. Strategic Shifts live conference is going to be happening. Every one of you who gets access, who already have access to the WhatsApp platform, you'll be getting messages to that effect. We are working on bringing people across different spheres of life, from the political space, from governance to the business industry, to entertainment, to every aspect. We'll be bringing people from several to real estate and all of that, to ensure that these things that we are talking about is narrowed down more practically. That's what we want to do at the end of the day with the live conference of strategic shift. So you don't want to miss it. I tell you the truth, you don't want to miss it. But then before we go now, you need to do me a favor. And do you know that favor? Take a screenshot right now. You need to actually take a screenshot right now. I wish I could actually put your faces on the platform, but take a screenshot right now. And then when you take that screenshot, put it up out there that you attended strategic shift and you were really glad you did. Okay, please do that right now. I'm waiting for us. Take a screenshot. You have gotten value. Take a screenshot right now. Take a screenshot right now. Then next is give us a like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Okay, this is Obina Enoch. This is our YouTube channel. Give us a like, give us a like, give us a like, give us a like. The main conference itself is going to be big. Every speaker you saw is going to actually be live. Nathaniel will be in Enugu State. Mr. Kingsley is going to be in Enugu State. I'm working on bringing Emeka Nobis. You heard him talk about Emeka Nobis. We talk with Emeka Nobis. Then there's a billionaire real estate guy that I also want to bring on board also. Then I want to partner with the state government, in one of the state governments in Nigeria, to actually ensure that it's the information and tech units of the government is actually a part of it. And I'm working on bringing some telecoms guys to. What I want to do this time around in October is going to be a major conference, and I want every one of us, all hands needs to be on deck. So from this platform also, we are going to be getting volunteers, people who will work with us for the conference. So if you know you are set for it, and you know what it means is that if you are a volunteer, you're going to get a slash if you are attending the conference, and we're going to ensure that you enjoy your stay if you'll be coming to Nigeria for the conference, or if you want to stream live for the conference. It's going to be a paid conference. It's not a free conference, because it's going to cost us a lot of money to bring this value to everybody. But then you're going to get a serious discount. So do a screenshot right now, and then ensure that you like this page, subscribe to this page. Then on the WhatsApp platform, do your post on the WhatsApp platform and talk about your experience with this conference. I need every testimonial that I can get. So please send in your testimonials, do the screenshot, write your testimonial, and let us put it up on our status, and then put it on the WhatsApp platform, and then put it up on our social media handles and all of that. That's the least that you can do to say thank you to me for actually bringing this so much value to us. There's still so much we'll do on the WhatsApp platform again. Thank you so much for staying through till this time. For those of us who have paid for the certificates already, I've sent a mail already. You know, we're having a private mentorship section with me, where I'm going to be teaching you about how to monetize your passion, from passion to profit. Some people are so passionate, yet with their passion, they are not making money. We want to show you how to monetize your passion, and people can begin to pay you for the things you like to do. It is very possible. People can begin to pay you for the things you like to do. Yes, Kosher Wheel Group has made payment. If you're making payments, just ensure that you do that, because it's going to be worth it at the end of the day. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then if you're making your screenshot, ensure you make the screenshot, post it everywhere, and put it up on the WhatsApp platform. I need all the testimonials to be able to ensure that other people who could not attend actually attend. And this video also would be here for a while so that other people can watch it. But you need to like the channel. You need to actually subscribe to the channel. Can I get the like and the thumbs up now? Thank you very much. Would want to call it a day right now. The slides and every other thing will be dropped off later on the WhatsApp platform. Thank you very much. Do we have any comments or question that we need to quickly attend to? Any comment or question that you want us to quickly attend to? You could also drop it off on the WhatsApp platform. This October is going to be heavy. Oh, this October is going to be heavy. Yeah, Kevin J. Brown. I'm sure by October, maybe we'll pull you over to Nigeria to speak to the audience in Nigeria, all the way from Georgia, Atlanta. Is it Georgia or Atlanta? Where are you? Kelvin J. Brown is streaming from the United States of America. And he's also a personal development coach and a leadership coach. He's a purpose speaker also. We could pull him down also. If we say yes, then we can pull Kelvin down to Nigeria for the first time. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We want to call it a day right now. We want to call it a day. Were you really, really, really excited? Okay, Georgia. Okay, I was correct. Okay. Were you? Did you gain something? Did you gain something? Did you gain something? So let's put it up on the WhatsApp platform. Do the screenshot, put it up on the WhatsApp platform. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. I'm so glad. I see you, Kelvin. I see you, JC Miracle. I see you, Mary streaming from Ghana. I see you, Timile streaming from Ogun State. I see you, Esther from Abuja. I see you, Bekan Beauty. I think Rwanda, if I'm not mistaken. I see you. Okay, High Value Express. Where are you streaming from? High Value Express. I see you. I see a lot of you. Philip streaming from Lagos. Angel streaming from Lagos, and a host of others. Chidinma streaming from Enugu State. Rita streaming from Abakaliki. Paul streaming from, is it Ondo State? Akure. Paul streaming from Akure. Wow, a lot of you. A lot of you. Georgia, yes. Thank you. Oh, wow. Awesome. Awesome. We can't wait for October where we're going to be live together. Thank you so very much. Spread the word. Let the word begin. Thank you very much. Okay. We can end the call now. Thank you very much.